And welcome in everybody. So I decided to get it up a little bit earlier for you. I couldn't get it up on Monday, so I thought, hey, let's get it up early now. So yeah, here's the ruling. If you didn't check out the YouTube short because you don't like wearing shorts, you like going commando. It's just basically Mega Lucario when you use Aura Jab. Now the ruling is that you can go from 0 to 3 with Aura Jab. I guess I should make it a little bit easier to read. So you can go from 0 to 3 now. So before, it had to be that you had to accelerate at least 1 energy, but they officially changed the ruling in February. So naturally, it's April and PTCGL still hasn't implemented it. But that was my latest rant, is that, there's a new Mega Lucario ruling and PTCGL gets it wrong because of course it does. But this is the new thing. So for attacks, you can go from 0 to whatever the limit is. So it's not guaranteed. You don't have to do it. And that kind of screwed me over in the Tyrantrum stream. Like, Aura Jab screwed me over. Prizing both Riolu screwed me over. The fossils can't be discarded screwed me over. There's so many disconnects. Yeah, and then it's like they banned Metacham V right when they were supposed to, because that was so much easier. Like I explained this in the thing, like it's so easy just to hit a button and ban a card. So that's the new thing. And I also, I just wanted to throw it in there because I haven't really, where'd it go? Because I haven't, mentioned it before in a short or anything, just about how effects are you're supposed to choose how effects resolve. Right? That's the whole thing with Surfer and Yanmega that I brought up that appeared last year that I just never made a short on. Is you're supposed to choose the order in which certain effects resolve. PTCGL does not have that in its code, so you do not get a choice. It's just however the game decides it's resolved. That's just how it is. So you're supposed to be able to choose, does Surfer activate first or does Yanmega's ability activate first? PTCGL doesn't do that. And it's also for checkup and during a turn and stuff. But yeah, PTCGL doesn't have this capability. So that's really cool. But we're playing Salazzle today. It is surprisingly okay. I will tell you that right now. It is surprisingly okay. It's not a good card, but it does do 200 damage, and you send up some. It can do up to 200 damage if you send up Peturunt. It gives up 1 prize if they can't find their bosses. So it's fine. It's not great. I might want to put a Monkey Dory in here or something. And Lena used my list. But yeah, if you're wondering about celebrations, we can go to the card decks. I never use the card decks. So we have to go to Sword and Shield, and then we got to go, this way? Then celebrations. Wait, I was going to say, why does it only say 25 out of 50? It's because they haven't implemented the other things. So if the 30th anniversary set is like celebrations, 30 cards will be brand new, or like, standard legal, like, Surfing Pikachu. That's a bad. This is the good one. So it'll be kind of like Flying Pikachu. We'll get like maybe a new Mega, and then 30 will be reprints. The card decks is not the best. So I would imagine the 30th anniversary set will have 30 brand new cards that are all holos at least, and then 30 cards in the reprint set. Mewtwo, thank you for the sub. That would be my guess. So I'm guessing they're just going to repeat. Oh, wait, yeah. So it does have these. But you can see it ends at this research. So this research here, this is where it ends. And, oh, geez, hang on. Uh-oh. Something on my end's fine. But yeah, and then this is where, I guess the Mew doesn't count. But starting with Blastoise, none of these cards from Blastoise on were standard legal. So that's what I imagine it'll be. It'll just be old cards like, we'll have Tapu Lele with a 30th anniversary sticker. And it just won't be standard legal because it's, it's old. But that would be my guess. All right, let's get it going. The Jellicent version is terrible, but we'll start off with the Dragapult version. All right, America. We're going up against America, everybody. We're going up against America. So I guess if their name is America, then we can assume that they don't know how to read, so that's a good sign. But no, there's a 2/2 Dragapult, or sorry, there's a 2/2 Dracloak, so I just figured, hey, let's just go for mods. Ban Super Smash Kart for even asking the question. But no, this was I think this was the first Japanese list with Salazzle. And it had Dracloak in it. Oh, and that's, you know, that's the whole thing, is it had Dracloak. Thank you. Yes, how dare you, Super Smash Cards? How dare you? If this is Grimmsnarl, we lose, because Grimmsnarl is a terrible matchup for this deck. Yep. Looks like it's Grimmsnarl. I faced this in my testing. Oh, it's Starmie. Okay, so this is not the worst matchup in the world. It's just one of the worst matchups in the world. All right, so it's not a terrible matchup against Starmie, but I'm not happy about it, especially because they're playing the stupid Frostlass. Wait, can I? Okay, I can select that. I think we want to have... Yeah, we'll go one Dreepy, one Salandit, and I guess I just get the other Salandit, because I can't have too much card draw. I don't want my Dracloak to just get their butts eaten out here by a Frostlass. But they are going to be item locked. They only have a 4-card hand. And this is a playable hand. Now the question is, how do I want to do this? I mean, I don't have any playable cards in my hand, which is a bit of a feels bad. But I think I can just kind of do it, right? I can just kind of do it. Like it's a hot mommy. Okay. All right. Yeah, I tried to come up with a funny joke about dire nails and like diarrhea. But I couldn't think of like, oh, it's a dire real deck. It's a Salazzle is a dire real deck or something. But I couldn't come up with anything truly. Ooh, they're having to put Meowth down. So if I can just knock out their Pheasant or their Monkey Dory, we might be okay. But Frostlass is bad. Starmie is bad. Mostly Frostlass. Mostly Frostlass. Right, Julian? Mostly just Frostlass is bad. And, you know, they're getting set up even though they're item locked. So, yeah, not the best that they just have kind of everything. But I am going to hit into the Starmie. It's going to take a decent amount of damage. It's just, you know, we're going to lose the game. Right? Unless I can top deck, like, Unfair Stamp or something. I mean, even if we do... I think even if I do top deck... I think even if I do top deck Unfair Stamp, we're still going to lose. But they do only have the one Monkey Dory, and they have a monkey and a thingy thing. Starmie was... Well, actually, that wouldn't be the worst thing. But yeah, the Starmie's a problem. Frostlass is a problem. Everything kind of here is kind of a problem. That's not great. Because I think we're about to lose the Dracloak there. So then I have to put the Dreepy down. I have to have some dire real nails here. And then we switch. So they're taking 200. That's not... We are two-shotting a Mega Starmie. No, this is not the Magmortar build. So you'll notice a few different builds. This one just has Dracloak for card draw. But I don't necessarily like it because, you know, it is Dragapult. I don't really like Dragapult. But we do two-shot the Mega Starmie. You know, if I had a playable hand, that'd be great. It would be super cool. Well, yeah, they went first. So that kind of helped. You know, they went first. They got the attachment on the monkey. They got the stuff. Oh, crap. So there's not much you can do when they have everything. When they go first, get everything, and then just have everything. There's not a whole lot you can do. But fun fact, if they don't knock out the Pecharunt, okay, okay. They are knocking out the Petra. I was like, if they don't knock out the Pecharunt, this is going to be very bad for them. But, oh, they're not knocking out the Pecharunt. Oh, they don't know. Oh, no. They don't see it. They don't see it. Oh, no. So they get knocked out going into their turn, which is obviously good for them. I think they get knocked. Oh, no, it's only taking 80, so it might not be enough. It might not be quite enough. Yeah, we're going to come up a little bit short here. There's Dracloak. Okay. In this situation, there's a Lilies. That's really good. I think I just attached to the Dracloak here. I mean, the thing is, I have 4 Judge in the deck. You'd think you'd get one of those at some point, right? You'd think you'd get a Judge at some point. There we go. No Enhanced Hammer. Okay, so Perilous Jungle is good. They're going to get knocked out between turns. There's a Fire Energy and a Night Stretcher. Pretty sure I just kind of lose the game, though. Right? Kind of seems like we just lose the game. You know, there's not a whole lot you can do against a deck that just gets everything. Right? They literally had everything. They had a perfect turn 1, perfect turn 2 under item lock where they got, what, Meowth into Lilies? So if they didn't just have that Meowth in their hand, that probably would have been just GG territory. And that was a terrible decision by them because now I can just promote the Cloak. So that was a terrible, terrible decision that they should not have done because obviously I'm just promoting the Cloak. So they did make a slight error there, but I mean, they're about to take like a 2-prize turn. So they didn't make a huge error. You know, they made a slight, okay, thank you. They made a slight error, but they're 2 prizes away from winning. So I don't think they're stressing too much right now. And there's Perilous Jungle to really just grind my gears here. So they got everything. No, I can't win this one. This game is over. They literally had every single card they needed every single turn. And like they have a 37 card deck. So there's nothing you can do when they have everything. So we're starting the stream off with a loss. Unless. Okay, so we go for Dragapult. And I have to recon directive first. That's not helpful at all. Thank you, PDCGL. You're so nice to me. All right, well, I can thin out the switch at least. Okay, yes, just thank you. I can thin out the switch. We can go into the Dragapult. I have Judge. Oh, God, come on, bro. Hey, we got the Psychic. We did at least get the Psychic. That's something. That's something, right? That's something. Yeah, we're totally fine. We're totally fine. Everything's great. Everything is awesome. Where do I put the damage though? Because it would have been great if this died to poison. Yeah, I guess we just do 1, 2. Oh yeah, we just put them all there. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. That was click to place. So I probably actually could have won this game if they didn't bump the Perilous Jungle. If I didn't prize my Unfair Stamp, if I didn't prize my Turtonator, if they didn't get every card they needed. So this was a winnable game. So maybe my feelings are switching around a little bit about my thoughts on, you know, the Salazzle versus Starmie matchup. They didn't get enough Monkey Dory though. So I think in a different matchup, they just prioritize more monkeys. And obviously that would help them out a bit. And do I plan on making a video on post-rotation Rocket Box? What do you mean? Do you just mean like Mewtwo? Mewtwo Spidops? Yeah, they got a second monkey. They're like literally every single turn they've had everything they needed. All right, well that's fine. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay without yeah, we can get rid of the Meowth. I mean, I'm sure I will. Is there anything coming in? I don't think there's anything coming in Chaos Rising to fix it. So yeah, it would be a pre-Chaos Rising thing that I do. Are you freaking kidding me? All right, well, we can still win this game. I literally... Wait, did I just win this game? Wait, I just won. Wait a minute. I just won this game. I was completely checked out thinking, oh, there's no way I win. I'm the greatest Salazzle player in the world. Imagine beating off somebody from America who gets everything, and you prize your Unfair Stamp, you prize Judge. That is a masterclass. Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the fact that I won because of no, that is sacrilegious. That is sacrilege, and I don't allow that. All right. Well, I mean, to be fair, this was, you know, this was fine. This is fine. You know, we're fine. That was pretty good. I mean, I gotta say, that was a pretty, you know, people out here pay millions of dollars for master classes about decks. Yeah, we got, we're almost 15 levels away from beating the Battle Pass. All right, so I'm gonna leave a note. Only one because of Dragapult. But see, that's the thrill of the deck is I have a 2-2-1 line and I still won. And we're gonna experience timing out issues all day, by the way. Like I had so many disconnect issues earlier. It's like it's so I've used the word embarrassing a lot recently to describe Pokemon TCG Live. This is beyond embarrassing at this point where the game doesn't even work. Right? Like they were completely radio silent all week except for, oh hey, there's a new code. Normally when they release a set and everything's broken, they do routine emergency maintenance. Oh wow, this is awful. Usually they'll do routine emergency maintenance. They didn't do it for... Okay, this is for Alligator. That's fine. Okay, that's less fine. Yeah, I guess I just attach the fire and end turn. And end turn. And end turn. So I just place the fire and I end turn. I just place the fire. I just place the fire and end turn. And then I tap a button and I end turn. Very simple. Just tap the button and end the turn. So simple. Just tap a button. We end turn. We end the turn. That's all it is. That's all we got. There we go. See, I knew if I apparently if you tap it 100 times, you end your turn as you should. Yeah, so you can't really see it because of the chat right there. But you can, it's been, I guess I just restart. I guess I should just restart because I'm getting the issue the entire time. So let's just restart. We'll just not count that. Oh, I didn't do a prediction. That's my bad. Let's start a prediction. How many games will I win today? Oh man. So that'll be a YouTube short. that'll be a YouTube short. But yeah, PDCGL is just, it's embarrassing. How the game is 4 years old and you can't even code in the game to not break, and then when we report all these issues, you don't do anything about it. So that doesn't count, even though it is a loss, technically. I don't know. Actually, it's impossible to know, right? It's impossible to know unless I can contact the opponent and be like, do you see a win for you? Because that's a loss for me, but maybe it's also a loss for them. That's why you can't really trust the win-loss ratio in TCG Live, because it is horrific. And how many games have I lost because of glitches? Like how many hundreds of games have I lost because of glitches over the years? The answer is way too... Is this another freaking water deck? Is this the third water deck in a row? I don't face water decks ever. And then I switched to a fire deck and oh no, here's all the water decks. Oh, third in a row. How? This makes no... as soon as I switch to a fire deck, it's just water decks all day. What? All right, well, I guess I judge them. I guess I go... Yeah, we get the Salazzle. Yeah, I attach. Perilous Jungle. Judge. And then they're just out of the game. And they're just completely out of the game because I am amazing. And wow, that's actually really good. And then, of course, I get immediately punished for not believing in the heart of the cards. Immediately punished for, oh, how dare you attach that energy, trust your pilot. Didn't you know you had it the entire time? Didn't you know you just had it like that? All right, so I don't want to risk it here. Like, if they want to evolve into the baby Frostlass and attach another energy to knock out my Badoo, I'm totally okay with that. If they just want to put a baby Frostlass in play, oh my god, no way. Oh, wait, what? And then the immediate stadium bump. Let me guess, I gave you a Lilies too? Okay, at least I didn't give them a Lilies. That's the one nice thing, is I did screw them over. There's an unfair stamp. Okay. Now, could I please get an energy, because oh, there's a Lilies. This is amazing. Amaze. All right, here, let's go. Probably air balloon on you, because if I put up the Petron, it's probably going to get knocked out, right? We got the fire energy. That's goated. And we just have to keep them locked, I guess. Locked in the basement like Tron Girl is. All right, I don't think they're going to get a Badoo. But just in case. I don't think they're going to get a Badoo, but, you know, just in case, let's just, you know, let's just prepare for the inevitable here. I could also use Nasty Plot. So if I wasn't completely terrified, if I wasn't facing my third water deck, if I wasn't facing my third freaking water deck in a row, I switched to a fire deck, faced 3 water decks in a row. If I wasn't facing that, I would have definitely exposed the Nasty Plot and just been like, yeah, you don't got it like that. There's a Salandit, there's a Judge. Well, I have card draw and Dracloak, you got nothing. I got fire energy. Call me, you could call this deck Miss Murder, because I got a fire inside. Get it? Because AFI, the band, AFI stands for a fire inside. Don't forget to change Strong Girl's water dish. No, she doesn't have a water dish. It's like one of those hamster things where I just fill up a bottle and then she sucks on it and the water comes out. Yeah, but it's not free, right? People here only play free decks. We don't pay for decks here. What's the Ho-Oh? The Ho-Oh is for energy acceleration, but I found that this deck can be slow. So as much as I thought that the Ho-Oh would be extremely important, it actually hasn't been. Because Mela's gone, Turbo Energize is gone. You're just lacking so many things in this deck nowadays. I don't really want to judge them because we know their hand is bad. All right, I'll take another fire. And yeah, we have energy switches, because switches get stitches, and well, they don't have anything. So I was like, oh, do I have to worry about something? No, I don't really have to worry about anything other than a Mega Starmie. Obviously, a Mega Starmie is a huge problem. And Devious Vagabond, funny you should ask, a really handsome YouTuber made a video on ranking the free decks and which decks you... Hey, a top deck of Lilies is only a shuffle draw 6. But a really handsome YouTuber with very smooth feet and both of his balls made a video about what the best decks are and how to upgrade them. And I think you should check it. I think you'd be remiss to not check it out. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm totally okay with that. All right, I mean, we can top deck anything. Well, not that. We can top deck anything except that. All right, well, I guess I honestly go for the Psychic Energy, because who do I want to boss? I don't want to boss as anybody. I just want to Psychic Energy you, retreat into Salazzle, Diarrhea Nails, and honestly, I think I just let them knock out the Salandit. Clearly, the only way that they can draw cards is with the... Oh, hello. Is with the Salandit, so... Or by knocking out the Salandit. So I'll let them take the prize, I'll let them take the knockout, and maybe they won't pay attention, and they'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna... Yeah, see? They think they're saved. I'm about to stamp them. Well, I tried to find the right pun, okay? I tried. It just didn't work out. All right, let's, yeah, we recon directive first, because I'm probably gonna force the drag. Ooh. Well, hello there. Hello there, Miss Pheasantipity. And we go attach to you. I think it's worth it to Night Stretcher. I mean, I do have 2 energy in there, but this game's gonna end pretty soon, I think. So we'll go for the Salandit. Attach. And I think Unfair Stamp... I think Unfair Stamp first, because I mean, do I even want... Yeah, I guess Unfair Stamp first, because I don't want a bosses this turn. That is insane. In the membrane. All right, and then I don't want to draw any cards, so we'll just play with our balls. We'll get rid of those two. I think it's worth it just to go for the Salazzle, and then we retreat into this guy. And then we just switch into the Oderpon. Wow, this is 3 water decks in a row, and if you're wondering why I'm only 1-0 and I've played 2 games prior to this, you'll never guess what perfectly made game... You'll never guess what perfectly made game has been having massive issues for the past 2 weeks since they released the Perfect Order update. You'll never guess. Take a while. I bet you'll never guess. If I gave you 10 guesses, you'd never find out. Isn't Pheasantipity 100% male? I don't know. I haven't played the DLC. Is it TCG Pocket? What do I look like? A nerd? I haven't played the DLC. Oh, DLC D's nuts go into your mouth. So they should definitely hit the Pecharunt. Pecharunt is 100. I think we're about to get a shame concede. I think we're about to get a shame concede here. Oh, we didn't. Okay. I really thought they were going to concede in shame. And you know what? I know what I could do here. I'm not going to do it, though. We're going to dire nails. We're going to go into the Pecharunt. They do have a Surfing Beach, which is really helpful for them. But just the fact that you play 4 Judge and an Unfair Stamp is so good. Like, if they can't retreat, then they are so definitely screwed. But this is the 3rd Frostlass deck in a row. Mega Starmie. You switch to a fire deck, you face Starmie all the time. And yeah, I do play Perilous Jungle in this list. There's a boss. A little late for the bosses, I think. I mean, you're taking 3 prizes, but the game is over. Magmortar. Magmortar is the burn equivalent to Pecharunt, but it's... I do have a Magmortar build. Unfortunately for them, the game is over, and I am super duper handsome and really attractive. And I know I have the knockout with Dragapult, but this is a Salazzle deck, damn it. I want to prove that we didn't need Dragapult to win this one. And, oh, this is actually a knockout, because it does 130 damage, because Poison is 10, Burn is 20, so that's 30. But Magmortar doesn't have to be in the active. But yeah, I do agree that Pecharunt is better. It's more damage, and it's just better. So, there we go. And the really cool thing is that if you're knocked out by a status condition, Pheasantipity doesn't activate. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I always think it's a choice. It's never a choice. You're forced to switch. That's the one thing I don't like is sometimes you don't want to switch. Sometimes you don't want... Okay. PDCGL. The game is over. Just let it happen. And then we prize... This is... I've played 2 actual games with this deck. We've prized Turtonator both times. Not that I needed it for these matchups, but it's not a good trend to be prizing the same card multiple times. You know what is a good trend? No socks and sandals, because then you see them grippers. All right, well, it looks like we have to switch a list because this one's doing too good. Saluddy Saturday? What? No, Saladay. Salazzle Saturday. Just Salazzle Saturday. All right, so we got to switch lists. We'll go to the Magmortar one since you were asking about it. All right, Sisyphus. Oh, yeah, we're 2-0. 1467. Yeah, that's what Turtonator does. It never leaves the prizes. All right, I'm playing the Magmortar build. We got the Mortar. Oh wow, this is a hand that I would have enjoyed having. As long as you can start an energy in your opening hand, you are so happy. Okay, well, I guess we just sacrificed the Salandit. I did play 1 test game with this list, and I realized the Poffin kind of suck. So, yeah, the Poffin kind of suck here, because Magmar has, I think, 80 hit points. But what you want to do with this list is you want to start an energy in your opening hand. If you start an energy in your opening hand, you kind of just win. Do I just assume this is Clefairy Dusknoir? Because they had Mystery Garden, they had Telepathic. There's a Petron, that's not what we want. Oh, it's okay, so it's Diancie Dusknoir, which is potentially fine. There's Badoo and Salandit. And I guess what I do is... Huh. I don't know what I do. I guess I just end turn. At FM... No, it's a Salazzle deck with Dracloak as the draw engine. And I just chucked in a Psychic and a Dragapult, because why not? And for the only time this stream, I will show off Turtonator. They judge me first. I was supposed to do that to you. All right, here's the Turtonator. It's not necessarily a good card in this deck. I just wanted to show it off because I could, because I'm a big boy. Ooh, having to get rid of... Wait, why'd they get rid of the Telepathic? Why wouldn't you just attach the Telepathic and believe in the heart of the cards instead of drawing one? I think it's better to attach the Telepathic, threaten an attack next turn, and thin your deck by 2 than discard a Well, all right then. Little do they know, they would have very easily won this game. So yeah, Turtonator just discards an energy from their active. That's it. It's not that spicy. It's just, hey, get rid of an energy. It's really good for like Rocky Fighting and stuff. For Rocky Fighting, for Mist Energy. It can also attack. So if you're facing off against Crustle, it can attack against a Crustle with energy switches and stuff. I think you always want to go first with this deck. You know, you might want to put in 1 or 2 more extra energy just to try to guarantee it. But if you start an... Oh, God. But what you have to understand is that I'm making a YouTube video, right? I have to showcase the new cards. Like, I'm playing Crustle on Monday because I found a very fun way to... Well, not if I haven't tested it. I have no idea if it's actually good. But Crustle itself is just good. And I want to show off Crustle to be like, hey, Crustle is really strong right now. Hey. No, we're doing annoying deck Monday, Tuesday, okay? Monday and Tuesday are both going to be annoying decks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, it's no, it's not a stall deck. It's an attacking. A stall deck does nothing. A stall deck is a Snorlax deck. Crustle is an attacking deck that punishes you for your hubris. Wait, what? Wait. If anyone wants to play the Punisher sound effect, it's on the soundboard. So they have 4 Sacred Ass in this deck. This is... I mean, I'm happy to see something different, but I don't know why you'd pair it with Dracloak, obviously, but I don't know why. Like, okay, yes, Dracloak puts somebody on the bottom, but it puts it on the bottom of your deck. And then we just get double... So, oh my... This is the 4th water deck in a row. I just realized this is another water deck. Luckily, it doesn't matter because we're going to win. But I have to go... Oh, geez. How do I play this? I guess I go into the Turtle Man? I guess I go into the Turtonator? Because taking the knockout seems really good. I will... Actually, no, I'll give him the Badoo. I'll give him the Badoo. Yeah, this is... I haven't faced anything except for water decks today. Well, I mean, I did technically face a Diancie deck, but they just immediately conceded when they got a bad hand. And Lena, thank you. Only a Prime, Lena. I'm very disappointed in you. You could have been my only tier 3 sub. I'm very disappointed in you, Lena. Yeah, the Salazzle, yeah, don't worry. I don't bling out my cards. This is just how Salazzle looks. The worst high five you could ever ask for. So, fun fact, I should have grabbed the Pecharunt. Fun fact, should have grabbed Petrarund. That would have been a lot smarter. Because I forgot how many hit points Misty's Gyarados had. But that's okay. You know? It's just another water deck. It's just water decks all day. Academy at night. I mean, believe it or not, this is going to be a playable deck with Chaos Rising. Because we're getting big catch net. So we have Sacred Ass, which is shuffling 5 Pokemon. And then we have big catch net, which is shuffling... I love it when it's just like, oh, they got rid of some Sacred Ass.
When Lapras X deck.
I'm never playing Lapras EX, okay? Lapras EX is never going to happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Then we got a Pokepad for a Petrarund. This is GG right here. This is absolute GG territory. But you put in 4 Sacred Ass, you put in 4 Big Catch Net, and you're just pretty much good to go. And I think, no, we don't waste time. We just go, we don't waste time with thinking here. But Colt, no Lapras EX, okay? If I'm playing one hit and run deck from 2026, it is, yeah, that doesn't matter because they're just knocked out. They don't get to play Fez. If I'm playing one hit and run deck, it's Salazzle. It's not Lapras. So do I have Big Catch Net saved on my Femputer? That is the question. Press 1 if you trust your past pilot is smart. No, I have Bug Catching set. Big Catch Net. I do not have it. So yeah, just I'm too lazy to put it on screen. It's shuffle in 3 water Pokemon and 3 water energy. So it's perfect for Gyarados. Sacred Ash and Max Rod. Well, Max Rod's not as good, but Sacred Ash, obviously, shuffle up to 5 Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck. And then Misty's Gyarados, discard the top 7 cards of your deck, does 70 damage for each Misty's Pokemon. So it's just a lot of recycling. Like, you can one-shot everything, because you can do, what, 490 damage? It's just, you have to make sure you don't hit your Sacred Asses and your other things. And Misty's Psyduck is also really good, because you can just discard it. Discard all cards and put this on the top of your deck, but you have to discard the bottom card of your deck. So there's a lot of synergy. Like, when I played Misty's Gyarados, I enjoyed it, but I think they're realizing that, yeah, they're not in a great spot right now. I got it from Snoo Snoo. Okay, so they gave me a perfect hand. So it's really funny. Today has been so weird. I haven't lost. I've only faced water decks, and apparently they're just gonna... Oh, no. Okay, that's actually kind of best case scenario for them. Believe it or not, that's kind of best case scenario. I know it seems weird, but that's actually good for them, right? Because now I have to find a retreat card or a switch card or an energy. Well, we did get it, so they're just out of it. And now they're gonna probably... Oh, they don't even have a backup Magikarp either. This is bad. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Keep in mind, this is a very it's a high risk, high reward deck. It can do massive amounts of damage, but obviously it doesn't choose. So there's a lot of other cards that are like, look at the top 6 cards of your deck and then discard all future Pokemon, and then you deal damage based on the number of future Pokemon you discarded. With this, it's just a blanket, discard the 7, do the damage. And there we go, opponent conceded. No, you don't run 24 energy. It's about Misty's Pokemon, so it's not about energy, it's Misty's Pokemon. So you just run 4 of every Misty's Pokemon. I understand their decision for Dracloak because it lets you keep a Pokemon on the bottom of your deck or someone on the bottom of your deck, but then you have to shuffle your deck to get them to the top, or you can Academy at night. So I think you just have to high roll it and just say, as much as I would love to play Dracloak and Misty's Gyarados, just 4 Sacred Ash, 4 Big Catch Net, and just believe. Okay. Yeah, there was a Radiant Steelix that was basically just that. All right, so we're at 1490, 4-0. Only faced water decks. That should have been the prediction. How many water decks are we going to face today? Littlefoot. Hey, I like feet of all sizes. All right, so we're at the 46-minute mark. Hey, did you know that if you lived in the Star Wars universe and you listened to music, you'd have jizz in your ears? Did you know that? Did you know that very fun fact that music in the Star Wars universe is called jizz? So if you listen to music in the Star Wars universe, you got jizz in your ears. Did you know that? That is your fact. That is your fun fact. That is Trust Your Pilot's Fun Fact Friday. Oh my goodness. We finally have. Oh, this is amazing. Okay. We're kind of screwed, but also what if we aren't? Okay, I think I just get rid of all of the things. I have nothing going on. We just got to believe. We just got to believe in the heart of the cards right now, and we'll be fine, because this is the most winnable matchup. I face 4 water decks in a row, and we have playable hands, and then we get our first grass deck, and then, of course, I'm just going to have an unplayable hand. No, ends is good. There's other ones that I can't think of. Oh, Lapras EX with 24 energy and Grumpig? Yeah, that's a little much. That's a bit much. No, this is an auto win. Yeah, thank you, Leah. Yeah, Garchomp. This is an auto win if I get a playable card. I have 4 Lilies, 4 Judge. Obviously we have a Pheasantipity, but I wanted to just believe in the heart of the cards here. Well, that's not great. I guess I just attach and bring up the Chikorita and hope for the best. Because that's the world we're living in right now, is just hoping for the best. Because what could happen is I could get one of my 4 Lilies, one of my 4 Judge, probably whatever Ultra Ball, oh my god, whatever Ultra Balls I have, I can get one of those as well. Because if I get one of my balls to play, oh crap. Of course it's the Arboliva build, and they just have everything. Please, this is an auto win. This is literally, oh no, this was literally an auto win. It's the first, I beat 3 water decks in a row, I get rewarded with a grass deck, and then I immediately lose. Okay, this is fine. They do lose in energy. If I can just top deck a Salazzle, we win the game. If I top deck Salazzle, Ultra Ball, Lilies, Judge, Unfair Stamp, there's like 16 cards I can top deck here. Please, PDCGL. No. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. This is. Yeah. That. Yeah. 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 It's a. How is this the world we live in today? Maybe I should have no, I couldn't have grabbed Pheasantipity. I couldn't have known that PDCGL would screw me over. Well, I should have known that PDCGL would screw me over this much. All right. Well, they would knock out the Salandit, and we lose our first one. Undefeated against water decks, lose to a grass deck. That's the way the world works, apparently. Oh, man. Okay. All right. I see how it is. PDCGL. Bad Blastoise. But I think, because I have a fun Crustle list, right? It's not that I'm just playing regular Crustle that all the sweaty nerds play. I'm playing a cool Crustle build that has 2 new cards from Perfect Order. You can guess one of them, bet you can't guess the other one. No, it's a fun Crustle list, okay? Any deck that wins. See, why couldn't this have been the starting hand? But I'm going first, which is bad. If I just top deck a Fire Energy, there's 8 in the deck. There's 8 Fire Energy in the deck. Can I top deck one of them? No, it's fun for the person playing it. What the hell? All right. Well, I guess, yeah. So I really should cut the Poffins. I think I have like 2. But yeah, we got 8 fire. I don't know why I put the darkness in here either. The darkness should not be in here. Yeah, just end turn. No ice cream. It has 2 brand new cards. And well, I just want to play Crustle. Like I want to show people why Crustle is so good right now. Because the cool thing is Crustle doesn't even use special red card. Special red card is not being used in Japan. No, Crustle's not a psychic type. No, I'm not using Lumiose Galette. Okay, but Crustle doesn't get anything from Chaos Rising. Like they're not even using special red card because like who cares? Right? They just play 1 Zerosic and it's just like I'll just use Zerosic when I need to. That's the first one. No, I will not be using Energy Swatter. Sure, I'll just Lilies and believe in the heart of the cards. Shouldn't have believed in the heart of the cards. That was dumb. What an idiot. Believing in the heart of the cards. What a dummy. No Vivian. Actually, that's kind of... Maybe I should put that in there. Maybe that is kind of goated. Maybe I should put the villain in there. There we go. Leah got it. Leah got it. Leah knows. But then you have to play Forest of Vitality. And that doesn't really make sense. Yeah, I don't think I'll put Vivian in there. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah, because then I have to play Forest of Vitality. Oh, this is an energy control deck. Fun fact, my control deck is better than your control deck. And Cradilly? No, I won't play Cradilly. I won't be Cradilly dallying because that's bad. So if I'd just been able to find an energy, we'd be in a great spot. But yeah, so we just lose this one. This was an auto win. But, you know, when you get... Oh, wait, is this one? I thought it was the other one. I thought it was the other one. Okay, I thought it was the... I forgot. I didn't read the Team Rockets part. That's my bad. I did not read the Team Rockets part. I was going to say, can we get an unfair stamp, please? But I also would like an energy. That'd be pretty swell of you. That'd be pretty swello. Huh? That'd be pretty swello of you. All right, so do I get diarrhea? I think I get diarrhea. I think having diarrhea would be a good idea right now. So let's get the Magmortar. It only has a... I'll be honest, I had no idea Magmortar had a 2 retreat cost. I thought it had a 3 retreat cost, 100%. You learn something new every day. All right, let's go Lilies because we still have 6 prizes. And... Oh, no, new Perfect Order card. All right, so Pecharunt will get knocked out, but that's fine because I'm knocking out their Tyranitar next turn. Of course you have a counter stadium. And doesn't matter. All you're doing is sucking butts. And yeah, it's always funny when I do something to mention like, oh yeah, I'm Canadian, by the way. People are like, you're Canadian? Ew. All right, let's go Perilous Jungle again. Let us... So yeah, this won't make the YouTube video just because the game is over. Because the game is over and I've already won. Oh, yeah. I was like, I forgot about that. During checkup, so actually the Pecharunt gets knocked out. So the Pecharunt does get knocked out. So actually I should have gone into the Pecharunt. I didn't do my math properly. I should have gone into the Pecharunt, so then I could have re-promoted the Salazzle, which doesn't really matter in the long run, but it would have helped. And Krubix, that has been going on for about 2 years. So the prize card glitch has been going on for about 2 years. It mostly affects mobile. But what happens is when you disconnect during setup... Ah, joke's on you. I don't need no Cosby helmet. All right, here we go. We win. Ah, but you don't know the cool part about that card. I'll be showing you on Monday. And then Tuesday will be Bronzong. So it'll be a fun, just annoying people day. It'll be an annoyance Monday, annoyance Tuesday. Wait, did my Magmortar just fall asleep? Fall asleep? The attacking Pokemon is now asleep. So my Magmortar went to sleep off the Team Rocket's Cosby helmet because PDCGL is, I mean, no one's ever used the card with a hit and run deck. So if you hit into the Team Rocket's Hypnotizer with a hit and run card, the Pokemon you promote gets put to sleep. Where does it say that? Was activated. Yeah, Magmortar is asleep. Pokemon TCG Live is such a well-made game. Well, what you have to remember is that I have been uploading the bugs to Twitter for 4 years now and never made any money from them. And now I can make $2 on bugs. So it's like, it's really cool. I can make money on posting bugs now. Yeah, I was not expecting anything good to come from that game. All right, so 56 minutes in. We've only faced fun decks so far. Yeah, I do have original shorts content coming too, because I do enjoy making like just short form content that's original. And Lena, I think that was a skill issue, Lena. I don't think that was a bug. I think that was a skill issue. Oh, this would have been perfect. All I want from an opening hand with Salazzle is a basic, an energy, and a supporter. That's it. And that's what I got, except for the energy part. And I'm going first, and what the hell? Whenever. This is perfect. This is all you want from this deck. The only things you want from this deck are a supporter, energy, and a Salandit. That is it. You get those, you're happy. Okay, you get those, you're happy like some toes. So I probably want to have like some Latinas in this deck, but I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna Lilies. We have 2 Air Balloon. I know they're gonna item lock me. Depending on what I top deck, like if I top deck an Air Balloon. Oh, is this a good matchup? This could actually be kind of back and forth. If you watched what stream was it? If you watched the stream the other day where I faced a Zoroark deck, and I think I was playing Tyrantrum, and I said, as long as they don't have boss, I will win this matchup easily. Well, they had boss. They had 3 turns in a row of bosses, and I lost. Or no, it was Doublade. Was it Doublade? Whatever it was, they had 3 turns of 3 bosses in a row, and that was the only reason that I lost. All right, we got this. We absolutely freaking got this. There's a Magmortar, not necessarily what I want. All right, so I have to Lilies here because I want Air Balloon. If I just get Air Balloon, I'm happy. I was going to say, if I just get Air Balloon, I'm happy, but I'll settle for an energy. What if you get 8 cards and none of them are what you need? What if you just got 8 nothings? Yeah, you'll get nothing and you'll like it, Pilot. Yeah, ooh, you've been a bad boy, Pilot. You get nothing. I'm going to deny you. Ooh, I'm going to edge you, Pilot. I'm going to make you double edge tonight. And it's like, no, but I just wanted anything, just a playable card, PDCGO. No, you don't deserve one, Pilot. You've been a bad boy. Don't make Mommy Salazzle come after you. She'll use her hot hand to spank you. If they can get the Darmanitant, hopefully they Darmana can't. Huh? Hopefully they Darman. Oh, I got triple Zoroark. Yeah, so this is where the problems are going to arise, is because they can switch easily. I don't have de-evolution effects. Binding Mochi, so they want to be poisoned. And Perilous Jungle doesn't affect Dark. Yeah, so I think this is just a really bad matchup because Perilous Jungle doesn't affect Dark types. But, on the other hand, they have bench locked themselves into an Ends Reshiram the entire game. They have completely bench locked themselves, so that's pretty good. And I have to play the Perilous Jungle because I unfortunately have to. All right, so double Magmortar will actually be really good. Oh yeah, Shrugs. Ooh, you should keep me on the Ox, Shrugs. Oh, what the hell is this crap? All right, well, I guess I retreat. They are 100% knocking out this Salazzle, I can tell you that much. So maybe I attach to the Peturunt. Yeah, I think I attached to the Peturunt. I don't know why I added the Darkness Energy. I think this was like a panic edition at the very last second where I was like, hey, what if I need to attack with Peturunt at some point? Then I can. And this is the scenario I never really envisioned, is that we can attack with Peturunt, knock out a Badoo, but that's the thing, they want me to knock out the Badoo, because Badoo clears a bench space for their Zekrom, and I can't do 280 with this deck, so they're literally just boss's orders away from winning every single game. So I think Zoroark is kind of a nightmare matchup. All right, and then bosses, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's kind of a nightmare matchup because they have Peturunt, because they just have everything. Everything they need to counter this deck is in the deck. Interesting. All right, I mean, they're going to be drawing, what, six or seven cards every single turn, which is horrible. But I'm dealing an okay amount of damage. Like, it's not a lot, but it's an okay amount. I mean, it's going to be like 230, 260, mate. Oh, I thought that was my Ultra Ball, and I was like, wait, where's the Salazzle? Where be the Salazzle? Where be the booty? All right, so let's go for Salandit. And yeah, I have to play with my balls to get a Salazzle. And then we go for Salazzle. So this version, it has less things you can promote. Wait, did we prize the Turtonator, or did I forget to put it in the list? That was not Jack Sparrow, okay? Do we have an energy in there? We do not. That would make way too much sense. Okay. Here's the conundrum we are facing is I can go into the Peturunt and let the Peturunt die, or I can go into the Badoo. I think I just go into the Badoo and say I'm just going to high roll it and hope for the best. So we go Diarrhea Nails. And Badoo goes up there. I'm going to save the Peturunt. Yes, okay. So they have to switch. I mean, obviously, they're just going to use the Peturunt, but if they somehow can't find an energy or play with their PP, we might be fine. But I did the math perfectly. If they flipped... I did the math perfectly, everybody. Aren't you proud of me? I did the math perfectly. Oh, everybody, you should be so proud of me. I did the math perfectly. What could go... Wait. Did they just make an oopsie? Well, no, it's Zoroark. I kind of knew they would have it every single turn. But are they attacking? Yeah, they have to attack and use Powerful Rage. Oh, never mind. They got the PP. They're playing with the PP. We love it when they play with the PP, don't we, folks? All right. We got this. There's an Yveltal, whatever. Oh, right, because they couldn't take the knockout with anybody else. So we're actually in an okay spot. We're in an okay spot right now. Not a good spot, because they'll just promote their Badoo. And they're a prize ahead, which is really bad. Wow, imagine if I had everything. All right, so because I couldn't find energy early, I think that's just GG. We've prized Turtonator in 90% of games. All right. Yeah, Energy Switch doesn't do anything. Let's go Turtle Man, Judge. Well, there's all the energy. Great timing. All right, so Itchy Pollen. They did... I wouldn't say they wasted a bosses, right? They did take 2 prizes, and this knocking out the Badoo is totally fine for them. Because if they knock out the Badoo, it's like, oh, I just have to knock out Salazzle for game. So I just need a bosses for game. And because I have Powerful Rage, you're kind of screwed. So Salazzle hit and running kind of works against me in this matchup. You know, in a lot of matchups, it's good slowly building up damage. And Vertrums, you want me to pee on you? You want me to VIP on you? Yeah, but you're not supposed to prize them every single game. OJ, I told you, 1,000 subs and I'll get a feet cam. 1,000 paid subs, I'll have a foot cam for an entire stream. Okay, so yeah, because of Pecharon, it's just, this is the worst matchup. Yeah, I think Grimmsnarl is maybe a little bit better. This is the worst matchup. Then Grimmsnarl is also not great. 69 gifted subs, Colt. You give me 69 gifted subs, I'll do whatever you want, baby. All right, here we go. I have nothing left to do except be sad. Yeah, Salazzle has a lot of good matchups. Like, evolution decks hate Salazzle. Decks that can't draw cards and find bosses hates that too. If they had flipped tails on burn, we might have won this. Oh, no, never mind. See, like I said, it works against me because they can just find bosses every single turn. So I know from experience that Zoroark will always have bosses, which is really bad. I don't think I've ever faced a Zoroark deck that didn't just have bosses every turn they needed it. So that's what I have to know for the future is that's just how, that's the way the cookie crumbles. All right, one more. One more with my mortar, then we'll switch to Sylveon. All right, Christian Gray. That was probably on your end, FM Boss, because all those other tabs you have open. So you probably shouldn't expose yourself like that. Okay, if I just start Salandit Energy, I'm happy. Salandit Energy, that's it. Yes! Okay, well, that's all we got, but I'll take it. I am happy with Salandit Energy. Ah, it's Garchomp. Uh-oh. So the good news is we started Salandit Energy. The bad news is that I don't really have anything going on next turn. So I think I just go for Badoo here. But I can also get like the Petron. I can believe in the heart of the cards. That's also another thing I could do. But I think I just go into the Badoo and end turn. Because if they're playing a Garchomp deck and it doesn't have a good start, right? If they don't have a good turn one, if I don't think I'm in danger, if I don't think I'm like Ralph where I'm in danger of a turn 2 Garchomp, oh dear God. I mean, I only have one play, right? I only have one play right now. And Battle Cage is fine. I have to Ultra Ball for Salazzle, a nasty plot for things. Okay, all right. I see you. Okay, I still think I play with my balls. I think playing with your balls is always fun. Gravity Gemstone is actually really interesting in this matchup because Garchomp has free retreat. So, I mean, yeah, it just has to be lilies for a fire. Thank you. Oh, wow, I didn't need to do half of the things I just did. I didn't have to do half of the things I spent all my time doing. All right, let's go for a Magmar because we have a lilies. Oh no, I already have a Magmar. Huh. I mean, I think another Salandit would be better. Right? Prepare for the best, expect the worst. All right, then we go Diarrhea Nails. They can knock out my Badoo, but that's not a bad thing. Right? If they just evolve into Gabite and then knock out my Badoo, I'm not sad about that because then I can activate Pheasantipity. But the problem with the Garchomp matchup is they don't really care about Judge. As soon as they get Garchomp into play, and this is the problem. When I did my video about Garchomp, the problem with the deck is that you don't play Rare Candy. I think you kind of have to play Rare Candy. It was sort of like Alakazam. When Alakazam first came out, it was like, oh, I don't think we need to play Rare Candy. You want to evolve through Kadabra. Yes, you absolutely want to evolve through Gabite. Okay. You absolutely want to evolve through Gabite, but you have to be able to threaten a turn 2 Garchomp at some point, right? You can't just, like, I'm going to win this game because they don't have a turn 2 Garchomp. They should have absolutely gone for a Gabite, prepped the Gabite for next turn, and just been like, I know you can't win because you're too handsome, and handsome people don't deserve the breaks like that. So this will be an uncompetitive game, unfortunately. There's Perilous Jungle, there's Pecharunt, there's Air Balloon, and I believe that's, hey, let's Fez too, why not? You got the Fez and Skibidi, why not Fez and Skibidi? And there's a Magmar. We just got everything. If only they had got to a playable start. If only they had had a playable start, but maybe they got a Lilies off the prizes or something, and this is about to be a competitive game. And maybe they'll put Fezandipity into play thinking it's activated. But remember, if you're knocked out during Pokemon Checkup, that does not activate Fezandipity. Okay, the fact that they went up with the Studio Ghibli is a good sign, I think. And they did just immediately promote it. There we go. Yeah, I kind of figured they were just going to concede. All right, so yeah, the deck is actually kind of good, but the problem with this list is that you do jam in a stage 1 line, so it's like 4 lost slots. So we'll switch to the Sylveon build just to show you how annoying that one can be. So we'll go Sylveon, and I'll show you the Jellicent one, which I do not think is good. I do not think the Jellicent build is good. But the thing with Crustle, I'm going to play Crustle. I'm going to try and play it as interesting as possible, not like everybody else. Because, you know, I have to justify making a YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I have to create new content. I don't want to just make the old content. I want to make new content. Because normally when I'm pitching a content, people don't like having it done the same time. Oh, okay. This is interesting. This is an interesting matchup. This is a very interesting matchup because I don't have Team Rocket's Articuno. I should have put that in the deck. I should have put Team Rocket's Articuno in the deck, but I haven't been facing Alakazam like at all. Oof. Oh no, they put the Fez down. Oh, that's a big oopsie in your pants. All right, so we have Tatsugiri. I think I have to put the Tatsugiri down. Do I have Latias? I do not have Latias. That is unfortunate. I have Sylveon, but Sylveon is not good here. Sylveon is not what you would call good here. So I think, yeah, we have to protect the Pecharunt at all costs here. That is important. And then we need to attract some customers. This is the worst card ever. This is the worst card ever printed. Can we all agree that Tatsugiri is the worst card ever printed? Yeah, with Alakazam, you can play Dunsparce EX if it's an EX heavy deck. You can play Mega Lopunny. You can play the other Alakazam because they can't win a game where it's a stall versus stall. Right? Because they have Dunsparce. So they can't win a stall versus stall game here. Ooh, that's pretty good. All right, so let's go Ho-Ho down. And Pokepad, let's get Sylveon. I mean, it's actually more smarter, I think, to put the energy in the discard pile. Because then I can thin an extra card out of the deck. Ooh, I'm smart. I'm smart. I'm a smarty pants. My pants are so smart. Well, I think there's a Latias EX in the deck too, and that also failed. Oh my god! Okay, was not expecting 4 out of my 5 energy. That was interesting. Okay, thanks, BDCGL. Here's all of your energy, pilot. Oh, thanks, bro. Totally needed that. All right, well, yeah. Hen turn, baby. But oh, it's top 6. I thought it was top 7. I thought it was a Pokegear, so it's 1 less. Okay, so I'm not as mad at you. You know, I'm not mad at you, Tatsugira. I'm just disappointed, okay? Okay, so they have the Alakazam, but I do just one-shot Alakazam, right? I can actually take the knockout with Ho-Ho. That is the thing that no one understands. No one understands that Ho-Ho can attack in this deck. You don't want to, but if you have to, you can. And of course, we're going to lose the game now unless I go get my Fez. But this is really good because their Fez doesn't activate. Because I'm going to promote the Pecharunt. So they're playing kind of a weird version. Kind of a wacky, weird version here. So let's play with our balls, get rid of this and this. And let's go for... There's not really anything... Yeah, I guess I just get the Fez because I don't really have anything else I need to put into play. That was a Friends in Paldea. I don't know if that's better or worse, but that was a Friends in Paldea. So then we go into you. I think we go energy switch to you, energy switch to the Salazzle, diarrhea nails. And unfortunately, I do have to put the Pecharunt in the active because it'd be 10 damage short if I didn't. Well, no, the Sylveon is here because it has a Crustle effect. So if you didn't know, Sylveon's ability is Crustle's ability. But where Crustle has a 3 retreat cost, Sylveon has a 1 retreat cost. So thank you for the boss's orders. What would I do without that? So it can be Air Balloon. Obviously against Alakazam, where it's a single... Really, bro? Really? You want me to beat you off again? I'm really good at that. You're about to get smoked. Wait, what? Why? Oh, because they're only doing 20 damage. Oh, they still don't have it. They still don't have it. We gotta give them a thumbs up on that one. So this is their Team Rocket's Fardakuno counter. So yeah, Lily's Clefairy is another option. Yeah, that's the Crispin. So you're right. They do have Crispin, but it's for Lily's Clefairy. Like the Lily's Clefairy, yes, very good card. But you should not be putting that in here. Get that garbage out of here. I don't want to see that garbage. That's garbage. You want to see that garbage in here, mate? But just you wait. That Sylveon will be goated. That Sylveon will make its mark. It'll be like me on a fire hydrant. It'll make its mark. Lena, I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. All right, so I didn't think we'd get into this situation. But if I can find Perilous Jungle, we'll be okay, because they have to knock out the Pecharunt. You know, they had to Crispin. Sound like Boston in Australia, mate. Oh, got my didgeridoo stuck in me bonnet. Australian, mate. All right. You know, it'd be really cool if I had one of them judge cards, wouldn't it? It'd be really cool if one of them judge cards decided to show up at some point. That's the trust your pilot experience. You got to strap in and get ready for the ride, bro. All right. Well, that's the same thing. But I kind of want to have the Pecharunt. You know. Yeah, exactly. And should I do it just to really piss them off? Should I? Press 1 if I should do it. Press 1 if I should stamp him just to piss him off. Because I can, because I'm a big boy. Yeah, the people... Also, if I get Perilous Jungle, the game is over, so that also helps. Hey, get absolutely bodied. And you know what? I'm going to give them hope. I'm going to judge them and be like, oh, don't worry, bro. I got you, bro. 2 cards, don't worry. I'll give you 4. And then just to mess with them, just to ruin their life, we send up the Peturunt. And that's 200, and you don't activate Pheasantipity. Hey, Sonny, I faced a ton of Mega Starmie. Wait, aren't you at a tournament right now? I faced a ton of Mega Starmie earlier, and I beat all of them off. You wouldn't believe the mess after I beat off all those Starmie players. All right. All right. I guess this is the title. I was wrong. Salazzle is goated. I was wrong. Salazzle is the GOAT. We're at 14. You couldn't give me 1500 PDC Jill. You had to block me. Professor Jake. This may be better. I don't know. I still prefer single prize versions, especially the low kicks build where it's very low maintenance. Right, you just put 4 ignition energy and you're done. Right, you just put 4 ignition and you're just happy. All right, well, that is fine. Professor G Fork. Professor G Fork. Oh my god. How many freaking times am I gonna face this stupid deck? This is so stupid. If it's every day, bro. It's every day. This is the 4th time I faced this deck this stream. Oh my god. Okay, but I do have Shaman. The problem is, yes, I have Shaman, but they have Frostlass. As long as they can't find another Snorunt, we'll be okay. And also, if I can find a Perilous Jungle, that'd be great. And also, if they don't find a Darkness Energy, that'd be super cool. No, because they have Frostlass. Sylveon has an ability, so if they have Baby Frostlass, I'm screwed. I have... Everyone in my deck has an ability. So Frostlass is just a nightmare matchup. I can win this game very easily if I get Air Balloon, Salazzle Energy. That's what... I need 3 pieces. Now I just need 2 pieces. Call me a bikini, because I just need 2 pieces. We got it! Oh my goodness. All right, I'm not gonna be a butt face. We're gonna get rid of that and that. We're gonna go for Salazzle. I don't think I want to risk putting anyone into play, because anyone I put into play is just gonna get knocked out, right? Unless I go for double Eevee. That's the only way I might stand a chancey here, is if I go double Eevee, but this is the boosted evolution one. You know what? I'm going to take the chance. I'm taking the chancey here. I'm going double Eevee. If they knock them out, I don't think that's a big deal. So in this situation, I want to go this Eevee in the active. It's very important that I don't expose my Peturunt. That's a good prize card. Yeah, the Peturunt's going to die anyway, but they just need a little bit more, right? Yep, they got it. All right. Well, I was hopeful for a second. I was hopeful, maybe the Peturunt will survive a turn. Because if they just get Starmie, they knock out the active Eevee. Oh, they're going to Water Gun? That's fine. I'm clearing your Staryu off the board, bro. Am I going to be 4-0 against Starmie today? Because that makes absolutely no sense. And yeah, I don't take any chances here. We just go directly into... Ooh, hello. What else we got over here? I mean, I could prep the Ho-Oh. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try the Ho-Oh. Because remember, this thing can attack, and this thing actually has a decent attack. Especially in this matchup. But again, it's weak to water. So as annoying as the Frostlass is, it's actually not a big deal in this particular matchup. And we got the Battle Cage, baby. And yeah, I can go Pokepad for Sylveon. Great. Amaze. Fist my bump. And yeah, we just go Dire Nails. So I guess what I do is I just go into the Pecharunt and say, I don't think you got it. Okay, we prize both bosses. This game, man, this game. And we got the clutch Battle Cage. But this is why I like the Ho-Oh build, even though, I'll be honest, YouTube audience, I have not used Shining Feathers or Golden Flame Energy Switch like at all. But it just offers up more flexibility, right? If you don't get a turn 1 Salandit energy, this allows you to get, a way through it. Oh, they think they're safe? Actually, they probably are. But they think they're safe? They think they're safe right now? You're not safe from me. I'm a pilot. No one's safe when they're alone with a pilot. Oh, we were 1 away. All right, let's go retreat into Salazzle. I didn't want to waste the bosses because, the Frostlass is the threat. And I'm going to go into Sylveon. So this is not a YouTube game because they had nothing. They had nothing for several turns. Wait, what did they do? That's my lilies. Yeah, they did. Oh my god, I'm like 5-0 against 4-0, 5-0 against Starmie. Yeah, 5-0 against Starmie, 0-1 against Ogerpon. 5-0 against Starmie, 0-1 against Ogerpon. Life makes very little sense. Oh, man. All right, Batman. Oh, we're facing off against Batman. So they should be playing a Crobat deck. If they're not playing a Crobat deck, I'm giving them a thumbs down. I'm going first. Maybe I just show them the Eevee. Wouldn't it be funny if I just showed them the Eevee and they're just like, what the hell? Yeah, let's just put it. No one knows what this Eevee does, so we'll just put this Eevee in the active. Because we have a pretty good turn 1 coming up here. Okay, there's a Badoo. This is a bit awkward because I don't know what we're facing. So I think I just get rid of Switch Energy. It's risky. I know it's risky to get rid of the Switch, but I want to do it, okay? You got to risk it to eat a soggy biscuit. Am I right, Clan Burglar? You taught me that. It's Pult? Probably. But the thing about the Dragapult matchup is that I can use Ascension. Oh, wait, what? Is this Dragapult with Brock Scouting? No? Oh, it's a grass deck! Okay, so this might be the Clefairy deck. I'm a fart smella. I am the fartest smella in the world. Okay, we can knock out a Badoo. That's not very good. All right, my strategy has to change now. It's the same strategy as before, but slightly different. My strategy has to change. It's the same as before, but slightly different. Okay, step 1. Bench that. I think I go attach to the Eevee, and we just take our time here. I don't want to take a knockout prematurely. I've had issues with that in the past. And then we just go Ascension. We get the Sylveon. Boom. Now what are you going to do, bro? Leave me item locked with an unplayable hand? I'd like to see you try. I'm 0-1 against grass. I only lost once to grass. This would be the second loss. So is this just the Ogerpon Clefairy deck? Because I remember when I talked crap about Brock Scouting, and I think I remember verbatim what I said, master verbatim. I said, even a person who's never played this game before or a new player can tell that this is a bad card. To be fair, this is a bad card. You know, in the past 9 formats, this would have been a bad card. Same with things like Irida and Arvin. Those would have been bad cards. But because the format has changed so much. Okay. All right. I see you. You don't have to be so mean about it. All right, let's get rid of that, and that. You jerk face. Okay, well, I mean, I didn't lose anything too good. But what the hell are they playing? You know, if they can't find their bosses, I don't think they stand a chancey here. So now the question is, do I force the issue? I think the answer is yes, I do force the issue here. Because I need to activate, as soon as I activate that unfur stamp, I think the game is over. That is kind of my assumption here. I know I could have waited like another 10 turns and life would have been better, but like if they get set up, whatever their backup attacks are, that's bad for me. I just want to get the Badoo out of the way. I want to get to the meat and potatoes here. Okay, it looked like they weren't here, but they are definitely here right now. Yeah, they're trying to decide which of the same 2 Ogrepon with the exact same energy attachment should I promote. So as long as they can't find bosses, we're A-okay. And if they can find bosses, I mean, we're still probably fine because I have Ho-Oh. It's just I got rid of a bit too much energy early. And that's going to be a slight issue. But all I have to do to win is knock out Ogrepon. And if I knock out their Ogrepon, guess what? They don't get to activate a Fez if they have one, so that's really good. I think I just have to think I'm going to get it. There's another Ogrepon. Okay, we get it. You're playing a blinged out Venusaur deck with Zerosic and Brock Scouting and Wally's Compassion. That is not fun. All right, so then oh god. Do I have to knock out the Bulbasaur this turn? No, right? I don't know. I have to get set up. I have to get my Salazzle set up. I have to stamp them. And then if I can just knock out the Ogrepon, then I'm a Venusaur away from winning. And stamping them gets rid of the Wallies. So they'll give me a Golden Shower. I have my Sylveon. You know, Wally's Compassion doesn't heal poison. It doesn't heal burn. But that Zerosic was so well timed by them. Like, the Zerosic was absolutely busted when they got it. All right, there's Turtonator. That's a terrible card to get right now. But I think I have to put the Turtonator into play just to increase my chances of getting a playable card. And as much as I want to put the Ho-Oh down to thin out my deck, that seems, fine. No, because I can't. As much as I want to thin out my deck, I just have to believe that some of the next 5 cards are going to be playable, and the answer was almost. The answer was yes, they are almost playable. Okay. So then in this situation, we judge and hope for the best. Because we gave them 2, now we give them 4. We got a Salazzle, that's the best. All right, here we go, we win. Game is over, we win, suck my butt, shake my foot. All right, as long as I don't have a bosses, but I think I still go for the Salandit. I promote the Sylveon. As long as I didn't judge them into a bosses, the game should be over. Right, because I have the energy, I can retreat whenever I want. You know, I think we win. And if you're wondering, well, But Pilot, how did you lose against Ogerpon? Well, I had it unplayable. I bricked. I got bricked up. And that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. You know, you face Starmie 4 or 5 times, you win all those games, then you roll up against an Ogerpon deck and you start, I think it was Pecharunt, Salandit, and nothing. And they just completely rolled over me. And Jagbomb, the reason you wouldn't play Mega Latinas in your deck is because it's a 280 hit point 3-prizer that sucks, and 2, it doesn't have an ability that makes it good in any shape or form. It plays 2 balloons. 1 switch, 2 balloons. I wasted one of the switches off the Ultra Ball. I will say, I thought that the Ethan's Hoa was going to be so cracked like a butt in this deck. Like, oh man, if I whiff an energy attachment or they take a knockout early, all I'll do is just I'll Ho-Oh 2 energy to it, then I'll energy switch, get someone built up right away. But this is very much a slow deck. I wasn't quite prepared for how much the game's... Okay, so I can't retreat. That's fine. I have more cards. So, oh, they needed to bind down. They needed to Amanda binds down, and they didn't. So yeah, this is kind of concerning. But I have to knock out the dude. I think I could... Hang on. No. I was going to say, I could be spicy. I could get a little too spicy for the pepper here. And I could have gone for a nasty plot, but the problem is that they have Alana's Aid in their hand. And that's a goated card to get off the prizes. So we know they grabbed Alana's Aid, and they have 5 grass energy in the discard pile. So obviously it's going to be Alana's Aid for 3 energy. They're going to accelerate 2 with Ogerpon to draw 2 cards. Don't know what they're thinking about here. You just promote the Badoo, and you accept defeat. And get it? Because like when you shake someone's hand, but if you shake their foot, you accept defeat. Get it? Because defeat could also be DEDA space FEET. So you accept defeat. Okay, not quite sure why they did that, but I guess it makes sense. All right, so let's just go Salazzle. Okay, let's think about this logically. There's no way they can bind, they can't Amanda binds down for 100 turns without me getting it up, right? I'm gonna have to get it up at some point. So we got the switch, we got the retreat card. I did have to lose my switch, which is a bit concerning. And, you know, they're being very cautious, but I guess they're like, oh, I didn't get Venusaur, so I lose. And I think as soon as I took that one knockout against their Ogerpon with Salazzle, they got cold feet. But no, their strat was to just bind down for 9 turns and hope they found bosses and got everything, but them, no. And there you go. So there you go. I can beat decks that have an advantage against me, and I can beat decks I can take advantage of, and you know I enjoy taking advantage of children. How am I 9-2 with Salazzle? How is this the opposite of Mega Clefable? This is the opposite of Mega Clefable that was listed as a top 5 card. If you go to the Pokemon website, there is a news article that says Mega Clefable. Oh yeah, we don't need the I don't think the Ursaluna's good. All right, let's go to let's change it up a little bit. Let's change up the list a little bit. We'll cut the Ursaluna, we never use that. We'll cut a Ho-Oh. We will cut an energy switch. Yeah, I have one of each Eevee. We have a Badoo. Let's go for another Pecharunt. Is there like a backup attacker that would be good here? Oh yeah, we definitely want another Judge. So yeah, I didn't have enough Judge. We have 2 Poffin. Moltres? Ooh, I do like the Moltres. No, not Lapras. Okay. Oh wait, why do I have 3 Air Balloon? No, we don't want 3 Air Balloon. Yeah, there you go. Moltres. Everyone's suggesting Moltres. We'll put Moltres in here. And then do I put Team Rocket's Articuno, if I was going to a tournament, I think if I was going to a tournament, then yeah, sure, I'll put it in there. But in this situation, it doesn't seem good. Yeah, we'll just go 4 Judge, 4 Lilies. The Ursaluna, never used it. No, Lapras EX is a trash card. And remember, there's 2 different Lapras EX. There's the Terra Lapras EX that can, the Larimar Rain. And then there's the Terra Lapras. Sorry, the Terra Lapras is the Larimar Rain one. Then there's the new Hit and Run Lapras that's really bad. All right, so this is Sylveon 2. This is Unsinkable 2. Bet Lapras EX is better than Clefable. Hey, fun fact. Okay, so should I do a poll here? You know, should I do Crustle on Monday or should I do Bronzong? Oh, what the hell is this? And then as soon as we needed him. Okay, this is a bad matchup. Unless I can get the Sylveon up. Okay, if you'd said anything else, Clambergley, I would have pinned you. But yeah, I've been looking at Dewdong Box, and Dewdong Box actually seems playable. How dare you? The mods are revolting. And they're also throwing a mutiny. I get it, because I made it seem like you're revolting looking. Get it? Because like revolt has multiple meanings. That's a play on words. But yeah, I was looking at Dewdong Box. It seems playable, but I just want to get Crustle out of the way. So, because Crustle's going to win a lot of tournaments. So maybe I'll do Crustle Monday, Dewdong Tuesday, and then I'll save Bronzong for like Thursday or something. Because I'm not in a rush to get to any other decks. Like Dewdong is a new deck. Crustle, the way I play it is new-ish. You know, I've been cooking up a lot of weird, fun decks. Like I have an Aurora's deck. Yeah, Trust Your Pilot built an Aurora's deck, and it seems, if it gets it up, it seems decent. And Never Let Me Down, I'll get to it, okay? I will get to it. Don't you worry your revolting little head. All right. No, we're not doing that. Okay, this is not the easiest matchup in the world, especially when things aren't going right. And especially when you prize your second Eevee, but that's okay. I can play with my balls. I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to play this. I think I just Ultra Ball away the Night Stretcher and the Energy Switch. And we go for... I mean, Turtonator doesn't seem good. I mean, I know I'm item locking them. So I honestly think... And then we have the Ho-Oh. Let's just go Ho-Oh. Let's just Ho-Oh and believe, right? Let's just Ho-Oh. And will I play Trevenant? There's a lot of decks I want to get to, right? Once I get an idea in my head, then I kind of want to play it right away before the magic wears off. You know, it's like a new relationship, right? Like, why do you think I keep Tron Girl in the basement and she's not in the attic with I Am Legend's mom? Because obviously the attic is the creme de la creme there. But I'm just, you know, I'm trying to just go with what tickles my feet in the moment. There's the Makuhita. So it's like I have kind of a set schedule in my mind, but it's always subject to change. Like I want to play Crustle just because I haven't played an annoying deck and I know it's going to do well. But I obviously know that Trevenant's going to do well as well. You know, Dewdong Box, if I play it right, will do well. But I think part of it is that I really want to... Okay, we can win if Pheasant Dippy gets me something. Part of it is I want to get to like the 1700s with Crustle and be like, yeah, Crustle's this good, bro. All right, so let's go for Sylveon. because they would get knocked out between turns. All right, here we go. I've never believed in you more, Pheasantipity. If you get me everything I need, I will win this game, and I will suck your... Oh, my goodness. This is amazing. Okay. So step 1, we accelerate with the Ho-Oh, and you all said Ho-Oh was stupid. And you all said, but Pilot, you should cut the Ho-Oh, Pilot. You should cut it down, Pilot. Oh, crap. Okay, this is less good. This is less good. You know what? Heart of the cards, baby. Heart of the freaking cards. Heart of the cards, baby. We got this. Ultra Ball or okay, I'll take that. I will take the double Salazzle, which is fine. It's not great, but we can go for Lily's energy. And they're just kind of in a rough spot right now. Okay, they are here. I was wondering if they disappeared because they realized that, oh my goodness, Trust Your Pilot is the best Salazzle player in the world. Yeah, the Makuhita are a huge problem, so I definitely need to hunt the Makuhita. Mega Lucario isn't as big of a problem, believe it or not. Like, wait, shouldn't you... But Pilot, shouldn't you go for the Mega Lucario in this situation? Wouldn't that be the sticky wicket, Mr. Pilot? Oh my god, we stamped them to 2 and they get everything. But the Makuhita are the problem because then they can gust up a Salazzle. Though I guess if I knock out Riolu, that stops them from... Okay, I would not have exposed my Mega Lucario like this, but I guess... Yeah, I don't think I would have done that. Unless they have a hairy mama, because that first Makuhita is old. So if one of their mamas is hairy, then they can bring up my Pheasantipity, knock it out. I don't agree with this play. I think if it was me, I would have just hit into me with the Solrock and then saved up an Orajab. Because they're in a situation where keeping energy on the field is important. But yeah, I guess they did just Orajab, but now they're exposing themselves to me. And normally I like that kind of thing. But, okay, so to tell you about my thought process here, you have to understand that I'm an idiot. But that I also would like 8 cards. So that's what you have to understand is Trust Your Pilot would like 8 cards. And... and I get nothing good. So, you know, I would like 8 cards, but then immediately punished for wanting basic things in life. Isn't that cool to want basic things in life? All right, so in this situation, we know they're going to hairy mama me. So then I think I just go up with Pecharunt, right? I go up with Pecharunt, get as much damage on the Mega Lucario as possible, hope they don't have Wally's Compassion. They flipped heads on burn, that's great. But I kind of want to force their foot here, right? I want to force them to waste a hairy mama, go for the damage Salazzle, and then I can just promote my Pecharunt and take 3 prizes between turns. And then sort of build up to another one. But if you watch the previous game in this video, which you damn well better have, you better not skip to Mega Lucario, because that last game was cool and I'm amazing, is I went down from 2 Ho-Oh to 1, and I went from 2 Energy Switch to 1. And obviously we're down both Energy Switch, so I regret everything mightily. And I can't attack with Ho-Oh out of nowhere now, which is really bad. But see, they're taking the bait. I told you, I am a master baiter. I am masterfully baiting them. They are going to Ultra Ball for a hairy mama. They're going to hairy mama the damage Salazzle. I'm going to re-promote the Pecharunt. The Mega Lucario is going to get knocked out between turns, and then something's going to happen, and maybe I'll win this game. It's unlikely, but maybe I'll win this game. Oh, crap. Wait, what? Why? You better have... Okay, so I guess they're just going to attach retreat or a jab, re-accelerate. Damn it! Okay, I should have promoted the Sylveon. I got a little bit greedy. Okay. Now what the hell do I do? But this means they're probably not going to Harry Mama, right? I think this means they're going to Harry Mama. I don't know what's happening, but it doesn't seem good. And there's the bosses. Okay, well, when they can get it like that, we know we've lost. And I can turn off my YouTuber voice because you know you lose when they just got it like that. So we regret everything. Everything is regretted right now. Cutting the Ursaluna, big regret. Really wish we had that Ursaluna right about now. All right, well, there's a battle cage. I don't want that. Yeah, I guess it's just judge and see what happens. Because if they get a Harry Mama, obviously I lose. And let's go for the final Salandit. I need a fire energy. Probably won't get it. Yup. I think that's GG territory right there. I think we have lost the game. When I remember when I judged into like 3 energy that last time. Remember when I used judge and I got like 3 energy out of 4, and then I had 5 in the deck this time and I got nothing off of 7. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah, so I was looking at Dewdong. So Dewdong is just a water type Armarouge, and Armarouge was always like a deck that was weird. But you have to remember that Glass Trumpet exists now. So you can, or not now, but Glass Trumpet still exists. So you can play like a Terra Box Dewdong deck. Let me get the Dewdong. So you can play a Terra Box Dewdong deck where you play like 3 or 4 Glass Trumpet. There's a Heavy Baton, I think, in there for a couple of the cards. No, bad. Mods, get rid of them. Get them out of here. Get out of here asking for Terra Lapras. And there's the Harry Mama. Yeah, we lose this game. But this is why Lucario's so good. It can beat Salazzle. Oh, they're going for Fez. Okay. Wait, I can win this game if they don't play with their PP or Harry Mamas. So yeah, it's a fine card. It exists. I can build a deck around it. Our opponent likes to slow play, so I'll concede. Because I already know how this game's going to end with me losing. So, you know, as soon as I change the list, BDCGL claps my cheeks. All right, Sylveon 2, I hate your face. All right, let's go Jellicent. Let me show you. Because this was like the first or second Japanese list. You have to be subbed to use the copy pasta. This is the first or second Salazzle list that appeared in Japan. And it was paired with Jellicent, and I do not agree with that. I do not agree whatsoever. Like, I could still very easily win this game, but I don't agree with Jellicent because it has such a high retreat cost. It has a 3 retreat cost. So you have to play Surfer, you have to play, you know, Switch, you have to play Air Balloon and lose an energy, you play Crispin. 3 energies in opening hand, damn straight. Okay, well, they think this is a Jellicent deck. Guessing no PP. I mean, you should always have your PP in your hand. Yeah, Miles, because this has a 3 retreat cost. Like, don't get me wrong. If I could play Jellicent, I would. If I could play Jellicent in this deck and have it make a lot of sense, I would. No, you got to do the actual copy pasta, okay? You can't. That's lazy. I'm the only one who's allowed to be lazy here. What the hell is this? All right, so we actually want to start the Salazzle, I guess. No, we want to start the jellyfish. Yeah, we want to start the jellyfish? I don't know. I think I did this wrong. Something's telling me I did this slightly wrong. I probably should have done it the other way around. Well, that's interesting. Of course, I play a Surfer deck, and immediately what happens is I have an unplayable hand. So we're going to have to Surfer for hopefully 2 cards. Hopefully the card that I top deck is playable, and if it's an Ultra Ball, you can say goodbye to that Shiinotic and goodbye to the Jellyfish. Oh, this is an easily winnable matchup. This is the easiest winnable matchup in the history. Oh, crap, they attached an energy. Of course my top deck isn't playable. Why would my top deck be playable? That would have made way too much sense. All right, so we get to draw a hot 1. Okay, well, that's a moral. Oh, that's would have much preferred to have that get the air balloon. All right, so I'm pretty sure I've lost this game because PDCGL loves trolling me here. What am I, a lake? And you're a dinghy with a slow motor? You're trolling me here? And let me guess, you're going to Dracloak into Lilies, Lilies into Fire, have a Dragapult set aside, no need for Poffins or Ultra Balls, and you'll just win like that. Oh, there's a monkey, of course. Yep, there's a crisp. Of course, I'm sorry. You're item locked and you're tool locked. Obviously, you're going to have everything. Jeez. Slow down a little bit, bro. This is why Dragapult's so good. It doesn't matter how... Oh my god. This is fun. We're having fun. Okay, so the win streak is coming to an end. Just once, OJ. Just once. You're thinking of the Cosby helmet. The Cosby helmet is a double flip. The Shiinotic is just 1. So it's just a fun little combo, but obviously it's not fun when your opponent can just draw everything they need and destroy your face. And what are they going to do? Bosses my Salandit and then have access to their items because they just drew into Meowth and they have everything like that? Oh, man. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's great. They're item locked. What are they going to do? Have everything they need? Oh, and they got the energy. Great. Oh, man. I wouldn't mind one of them things. I'm going to give the Jellicent version one more attempt. Okay, we know we're losing this one. I'll give the Jellicent version one more try. Because let's just chalk this up to bad luck, getting triple Jellicent in my opening hand. But no matter what I get, I don't think it can save me. Yeah, we're calling it there. All right, but hey, at least I was proven right. It's always good to be proven right. It's better to be right than good. That's the saying. Last year you mentioned Lapras EX. Did I mention Lapras EX last year? Can you prove that? There's no photographic evidence. You can't prove that I did that. I don't really care if I'm going first or second. It's just, do I have a playable hand? Right? Going first, going second with this specific version, because if you start Jellicent, you're fine. You don't care. Just if you start Jellicent, Psychic Energy, and you're going second, you're item locked. I did 20 damage, sucked my butt. Well, hey, this is how they built it. Okay. I mean, this is a start. Jellicent does more damage. But you go, okay, well, yeah. That's a grass energy. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, so let's thin out, double Salandit. I think we Ultra Ball away the Jellicent and the grass energy. We go for a Frillish. All right, if I can just get Psychic Energy, Air Balloon, we should be fine. Okay, well, we didn't get Psychic Energy. Oh, we did. I didn't see that for a second. All right, so we got Psychic Energy, Air Balloon. Unfair Stamp is, yeah, just if anybody was knocked out. All right, all right. I don't have a playable hand for next turn, but we can item lock them twice. And what are they going to do? Draw 100 cards and win? I'd like to see them try. All right, so they will be item locked for at least another turn because they can't get an Alakazam this turn. But this is just a rough matchup. If I was playing the Pecharunt build, if I was playing any other build of this deck, other than the worst one, I truly believe the Jellicent build is the worst one, and I can't believe someone in Japan did something with it. It's the craziest deck you've seen since Tyrogue. Hey, if you haven't seen my YouTube shorts, I think I posted the list in one of the shorts. I hope they realize if I get a Jellicent, the game is over. I hope they realize. But yeah, Telepathic, this card is just absolutely broken in this deck. Just, hey, go get... Oh, right, and yeah, speaking of broken, this happens every time you look at a card when you try to do something. So yeah, speaking of broken, Telepathic Psychic Energy. And fun fact about Crispin that none of you probably realized is that you can Crispin for a Fire and a Psychic, and then you put the Psychic into your hand, and you can get it powered up. So yeah, this is what I wanted to test, is how much does Crispin help? And it's like, it helps immensely. It helps very bigly. All right, in this situation, I think I go into the Frillish and just say, you can knock out the Frillish. Please knock out the Frillish. And there goes the Telepathic Psychic. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't hate that. I'm totally okay with that. As long as they don't have a bosses, we're fine. You can get as many Alakazam as you want. It's as long as you don't have a bosses. No, I want them to knock out the Frillish. I wanted them to knock out the Frillish. That's why I promoted this Frillish, is because I wanted them to knock it out. Because then I can activate Unfair Stamp, and they wasted Rare Candy. It's as long as they don't have bosses. That is the only thing, and they should not pop the Dunsparce. Oh, they should not have put that into play. Okay, so this does complicate things a little bit. Like, yeah, the Pheasantipity is good for them. There's a Slowking. What exactly is the point of Slowking in here? Do they... Like, what is the point? Is there something I'm missing? Is there some spicy thing from Japan? And ABJ, how do you see the Japanese list? You watch Trust Your Pilot's videos. That's how you find out the list. And, of course, they had the bosses. Oh, but they don't have a knockout. Oh, that's spicy. Things are getting a little too spicy for the pepper here. All right. Well, unfortunately, Salazzle does a total of 130 damage. So they will have to retreat, but I also have to retreat. Ooh, there's a tripler. Okay. Well, we have to save the triple acceleration. I have to attach. And then, yeah, we retreat. Go into that guy. I don't think it's time to bosses. Unless I go for the Duns. No, I can knock out the Slowking, but I don't want to do that either. Right? I don't really want to do any of that. I just want to promote the Frillish. Let them knock it out. And then what I can do is I can just see how the turn goes, because if they don't retreat this Alakazam, it gets knocked out due to poison. You know, healing the burn doesn't matter. For those of you who don't know, and yeah, Articuno, I think Articuno should be in the deck. That is one card I forgot to put in here. Is what the hell is Articuno? But for those of you who don't know, burn is 20 damage during Pokemon checkup, but you flip a coin. If its heads, burn is healed. Poison is persistent. So poison, it's like, I can't remember what they were talking about Linkin Park song, but it never goes away. Poison is always there unless you evolve, retreat, or switch. And another fun fact about status conditions is you can only have one of confusion, paralysis, or sleep at the same time. So that's a thing that PTCGL kind of messes with people, and they had to retreat. Yeah, they had to do that. But that's kind of a thing that PTCGL gets a bit wrong here, is that in real life, you move the card. So in real life, there's poison and burn markers, and then you move the card either to the left, right, or down. What the hell? So do they have a Kyurem in here? Do they have a, is this the spicy Slowking Kyurem tech? I mean, this is going to be pretty crazy. They're going to knock out Frillish, Salazzle. But then I just stamp them to 2 and they can't activate Fezandipity. So yeah, this is going to be the craziest Alakazam game I've ever seen. Yes, if you didn't know, your card turns a specific way based on the sleep, paralysis, or confusion status condition. Yeah, they got it. That's pretty cool. I mean, they did have to get rid of all their energy, and I'm about to stamp them, and that's really bad. But Frillish, Salazzle done. Pretty cool. But again, this is not necessarily the situation that you want to do that. Yeah, they don't really have any card draw now. Yeah, Team Rocket's Articuno. If you're really worried about this matchup, for sure. So let's go, I guess, just unfair stamp. Keep everything. And get nothing. Keep everything, get nothing. So in this situation, I mean, we're going to knock out the Slowking, so I don't really care about my board position here. So I can play with my balls. I can get rid of this and this. I have nothing left. The only thing I can go get is a Frillish, which I don't even know if I want in this situation. I do have a Crispin. I think I get the Frillish. You know, I don't necessarily want to, but I think I do right now. And then I retreat into Salazzle. The Slowking gets knocked out. I promote the Moralul. Hope they don't have it like that. Because remember, this is the best thing, is Fezandipity doesn't activate off of this. But the problem is, I don't have... Ooh, that's a terrible card right now. That's a useless card right now. Thank you. They definitely think they can use the Fez. Oh my god, are you kidding me? All right, well, I just have to bounce between Jellicent and Salazzle for the rest of the game. No, they don't have a Dunsparce. There's zero chance they have a Dunsparce. Zero chance. Oh my god. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me right now? Stamp to 2. Wondrous Patch Lilies. Oh, man. Yep. You know, they got the Slowking combo. Stamp to 2. Everything they need. Yep, that's how it is. Oh, man. Well, this is really bad. I guess what I do is... I guess I have to bosses the Fez? Yeah, I mean... They're down 2 Wonders Patch. I have no good moves here. Because I can't play with my balls. I have to go into the Frillish. All right, so let's Ultra Ball. We'll go for this and this. We'll go for the Jellicent. I think this might be the smartest play. I don't think it's a good play, but I think it's the smartest play. God, I wish I was playing any other build than the Jellicent build, and we would be absolutely cooking them right now. But maybe they just can't get it up like that. And obviously, I wish I had Team Rocket's Articuno and all the other things, because the Slowking doesn't knock out Team Rocket's Articuno. Does Articuno... Wait, no, it has 110. 120? 110? Trust your pilot's doing some quick thinking here. Yeah, it has 120. My first instinct was right. It has 120. Bosses, are you kidding me? I stamp you to 2 when you have no card draw, and then you get Lily's Wondrous Patch, and then bosses the next turn. And remember, they were item locked unless they got bosses. The only way they could un-item lock themselves is with bosses, and... Okay, but believe it or not, this is actually a good thing. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, so I think they're letting me have it this... I don't think they're going for it this turn. Yeah, they're going for the Slowking, but don't... Are they just out of Abra? No, I think... Like, they didn't have the knockout this turn, I would assume, and I think they're playing for next turn. They saw me ditch a bosses. They know I'm riding the struggle bus right now because PDCGL is laughing in my face. But they're living on the high... They're high rolling it right now. But that was actually really good. Right? Because by doing that, they have made it that the Jellicent isn't going to be damaged, because I would have had to go into the Jellicent. So yeah, I think they just threw. I believe they just threw the game. There's a lucky helmet. Well, that's a card. That is absolutely a card that exists. All right, well, I have to go Diarrhea Nails. We have to hit into the Alakazam. Perilous Jungle. Perilous Jungle. Wherefore art thou, Perilous Jungle? All right, the burn doesn't matter. They're probably just going to retreat again, but eventually they have to run out of items or something, right? Eventually they have to run out of recovery and energy and items. And that's where I'm going to pounce. Okay. They're going to get Ursaluna Dunsparce. Oh my god. I can't win. There's no winning. Okay, but if they don't retreat, we're fine. But obviously they'll probably, if they got an energy, they'll just retreat into a Dunsparce, the Dunsparce. But maybe they don't have an energy. That could be a thing that happens here, is maybe they just don't have the energy. Oh, they didn't have the energy. Okay, okay, okay. So, I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do here. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do. Because they could very easily get it up. Ooh, there's a judge. Okay, never mind that. Oh, but I can't use judge and surfer in this. Oh my god. Okay, if I knock out the Dunsparce, they just slap down Ursaluna and win the game. I have 2 Salazzle in there. Okay, actually, it doesn't matter. If they do the Slowking thing again, that's actually fine, because I wouldn't be able to get it up anyway. Okay, so I could Nasty Plot. If I Nasty Plot and go for the Fez, is that the smart play? Or do I think I just judge. I think I just judge. We know they have all the good cards in their hand. If I can get a switch or something. The deck plays Perilous. You're telling me now the deck plays Perilous Jungle? Oh, that would have saved me a million turns ago. Oh, wow. Oh, wowee, pilot. Ooh, ooh, wee. Ooh, ooh, wee. Oh, my God. Okay. All right, that's going to go there. I have Surfer. We're going to figure it out, okay? We're going to figure this out. We're going to win this game. They can't play any items. How can I possibly lose? Oh my god! Every time! How am I supposed to play Pokemon cards when PDCGL is I'm facing two opponents at once. I'm facing two opponents at once. How are you supposed to win at Pokemon cards when you're facing exactly Clan Burglar? Exactly. Why? Why did they do that? Yeah, they play 5 Lily. There's the Ursaluna. So yeah, they just kind of got it like that. Yeah, like you said, they just need an energy. But they can't play any items, so they can't use Night Stretcher. So maybe they just won't get it, you know? Remember when I judged them to 4 cards? Remember when I judged them to 4 cards? Wasn't that fun? Remember when I gave them 4 cards? All right, well, there's a telepathic. I don't think there's anything I can do other than just hope they don't got it like that. So we'll attach that there. I really wish this Salazzle wasn't damaged. That'd be super cool if this Salazzle was not damaged. Okay, that's cool. There's Shinotic. Huh. Well, I win the game if they can't find an energy. And if they have to believe in a Night Stretcher, then we win. So it's all going to come down to whether or not they can just naturally get an energy. If they can, they win. If they can't, they lose. The freaking perilous jungle, the freaking unfair, the freaking unfair stamp, the freaking judge. If one thing had gone right, this game would have been over like 5 minutes ago. Please, PDCGL, you can screw me over. Okay, this means they have to Dunsparce for the energy. No, they can't. They would have to have Wonders Patch. There's no way. They would have to have Wonders Patch to bring down the axe. So if you're wondering, bring down the axe instantly KOs any Pokemon with a special energy attached. Guess who has a special? Yes! Get absolutely freaking wrecked, Alakazam! Oh yeah, best Jellicent Salazzle player in the world. Oh, that's peak right there. Call me Pichu's evolved form because that was Pikachu. Ten and 4. What the hell? What in the absolute hell? I'm 10 and 4. All right, so that was Jellicent. Let's just go straight Shinotic. Let's get Shinoti. Shinoti on this body. Does anyone? Oh God. According to the TCG, Pikachu is a basic. Yeah, imagine telling that to anyone who doesn't know the TCG. Pikachu is a basic, and Pichu doesn't evolve. All right, so we are facing Greenlee's Galaxy. Well, this seems like a pretty decent start, aside from the fact that I don't have anything. But our old pal Ho-Oh's here. Uh-oh. All right, let's put the Turtonator. Let's let the Turtonator have a moment. Ooh, it's another. Ooh wee, Mr. Piewit. Oh, Mr. Piewit, it's another glass deck, Mr. Piewit. Mr. Piewit, it's another glass deck, Mr. Piewit. But yeah, if anybody wants to gift 100 subs, I do have to buy the DLC for Scarlet and Violet, and that's like $50 Canadian. So if anybody wants to feel bad for me, please gift 100 subs. I'd really appreciate it so I could offset the cost. Yeah, I might win 12 games today with Salazzle. And it's kind of crazy. Like, I've had a couple people comment on my Team Rocket's Mewtwo lead battle deck video, and they said, oh, this aged like milk. It didn't age like at the time it came out, it was not worth it to buy the Mewtwo deck because it was really bad. It's just that they forgot to give us new cards in 2026. So every Team Rocket's deck is better because they actually have good cards. And that's like, you know, Terra Orb and Mega Signal are playable cards now because there's no more Nest Ball, right? You're playing Terra Orb and Mega Signal to find basics because we no longer have Nest Ball, which is just so weird. Am I going to win this game not using Salazzle? That would be the ultimate hilarity, is winning this game and just never using Salazzle. Because I can knock out the Applin with the Ho-Ho. Okay, that's fine. Let's go, I guess, Badoo Salandit because I have a... Oh, but I have a Grass Energy. You know what? You want to get set... You want to win this game, go for it, bro. You know, I don't know why the hell I have a Grass Energy in here. It makes no sense to me either. But whatever you promote, I'm just going to knock out. If you want to take a knockout with a Hydrapple, guess what? If you don't bosses, you lose the game. Yeah, just I have a few different lists with Dewdong built. Like I have a Dewdong, something that you're going to call me crazy for. You know, like that. So I have Dewdong Spidops with a bunch of random stuff with Prism Energy. I have Dewdong Glass Trumpet. I have Dewdong Waylord. I was inspired by that post on the subreddit. And just, you know, I have Crustle with a couple things. Bronzong. I do want to try Bronzong just because it's like, hey, you want to beat Dragapult 100% of the time? Dewdong Clawitzer. The problem with that is that the energy has to be in your hand. So I'll put the Clawitzer on screen. I've tried to make Clawitzer work. It is just not a good card. Okay, chill with the rare candies, bro. Grass decks. Oh my god. I'm going to have a losing record against grass decks and an undefeated record against water decks. So the problem, obviously, is that the stupid thing, the energy has to be in your hand. That is so dumb to me. Needing the energy in your hand is just so stupid. There's no way I'm losing again to a freaking grass deck. Grass decks are for nerds and people who don't subscribe to Trust Your Pilot. Actually, if you do play... Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is not the world I thought we were going to end up in, but it's the world we're a part of, and it's the world we accept. I don't want to be doing this, but sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. And I should not have done this. This makes absolutely no sense, but it's funny, okay? It is funny, and I'm doing it. And you can't stop me, all right? Oh, I don't take the knockout. Oh, oops. Okay, right. I forgot about that. Ho-Oh only does 160 damage. Okay, that's my bad, but hey, when have you ever seen somebody attach for a knockout? When have you ever seen somebody use a Morolol to knock out a Hydrapple? Well, you're not going to see it today because they just healed the Hydrapple. Well, you're not seeing it today because they just healed the Hydrapple. But if they don't have... Okay, damn it. I've made so many oopsies right now. My pants are oopsieified right now. Okay. I may have made a slight oopsie, but this makes it funnier. You know, after the last game where everything went right for me because I'm so good, it's nice. It's called levity. You know, you got to come back down to earth sometimes. Oh, this is... Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm a god. Never mind. I am the god of PDCGL, and this is my amphitheater. Oh, I'm going to draw cards. I probably should do that. All right, there we go. See? Literally a god. No one can stand before me. I have no energy left. No, bow before your god. You think Arceus created the Pokemon world? I did. Why do you think Lopunny is so sexy? Oh, man. Okay, but hey, What you have to understand is that I build 6 or 7 different lists for every stream, and I never remember what's in each list because I never checked beforehand, even though I probably should. But what are they going to do? Bosses twice? Gardevoir would have toes. Yeah, instead of those stupid spindle things. I can't put Ho-Oh down. I have to Night Stretcher for a fire. Send up the Sylveon. Hope they don't realize that Meganium knocks out the Sylveon. And then go from there. Crap. I think they realized. I think they realized that Meganium knocks out the Sylveon. Okay, but what if I top deck an Unfair Stamp? Well, actually, if I top deck an Unfair Stamp, nothing happens. Wow, I got my butt blown out today, didn't I? You know, I tried to entertain the ball handlers among us, and I got punished for it. I got penished for it. Is that a Mega Heracross? Oh man, you know, you try to entertain people. I'm gonna stop being entertaining. Oh no, I should have put them to sleep. That's what I should have done. I should have put them to sleep. Okay, so hopefully I get an air balloon or something. So yeah, we can do that. I can air balloon for, we can get rid of that and that. Actually, I should probably get rid of the lilies. No, we should get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to go for a Shiinotic. I know I have Fez, but sometimes you got to believe in the heart of the cards. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Press 1 if I'm right. Press 2 if you're wrong. I mean, we got to switch. That's a card. Not the card I wanted. All right, so I have to go... Oh, this is really bad. I have to go Ultra Ball for a Fez. They probably think I'm out of this game. What they don't realize is that Trust Your Pilot is goated. Never mind, Trust Your Pilot is awful. Never mind, Trust Your Pilot sucks at this game. All right, well, switch into Shiinotic. Calming Light. That's not an option in PDCGL. Ball handle, that's my catchphrase on P. You have to choose my catchphrase on PDCGL. It has to be a valid option, though. That's the thing, it has to be a valid option. So I don't think I can win this one, right? No, I still can't. I still definitely can. I just have to Lilies into Energy Air Balloon, go into the Sylveon. They have to Meganium the Sylveon, and then I have to bosses one of their 2 prizers. Easy. I have it all figured out. It's so simple. It's the easiest strategy anyone's ever come up with. But I don't think they've played they haven't played a bosses yet, so that could be a little bad. Because they're just a bosses away from winning, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have a bosses available to them next turn. Because Unfair Stamp isn't live, and I need a bunch of things here. So you can pick whatever catchphrase you want on PDCGL. I think currently it's the whole bottle of ketchup. Couldn't have been an Ultra Ball. All right, here we go. The greatest comeback in history. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If they don't have a bosses, I win this game. Yeah, I'm going to waste the energy switch just because I want one less card in my deck. Okay, if they don't have a bosses, I win this game. Do you even understand how hilarious that is? It makes no sense. I may have made a slight oopsie a little earlier. But yeah, they're probably just going to have... If they promote this... Okay, if they promote the Ogerpon in the top left, they have bosses. If they promote a Meganium, they do not have bosses. No matter what, they should still probably promote the Ogerpon. But no, they need bosses to win. Because this Ogre Pawn can knock out this. They have bosses. Damn it. Because this Ogre Pawn can knock out the Salazzle. I think it's probably also knock out the Fez. I'm not quite sure what the holdup is. Yeah, they just had bosses. Yeah, there's the Salazzle KO. So close. So only 390. Only 3. So I have a losing record against grass decks and a winning record against water decks. And that is terrible time to show up the boss. We did not want to see the boss in that situation. We did not want to see Bruce Springsteen. All right, we'll try. What do we got? What else haven't I? Oh, level 406. They didn't take a knockout. All right, so yeah, we'll try one more with Shenanic because it was kind of funny, right? It was kind of funny. All right, so we're at 2:30 of the stream. I do have enough for a YouTube video. You know, I'll put one of the Starmie games. I'll put the Gyarados, the Ogre Pawn, and then finish it off with Alakazam. But I would like one more game. Because then I have options. Like, you don't go with the first girl you meet at a bar. Because that, you know, she's a little too desperate. Like, I'm obviously desperate, but I don't want someone equally desperate, right? You want someone with standards. Which probably explains why I never get anyone at the bar. Wait, did I just come to a realization? All right, let's win this one. I only play 12 basics, and it's not like we're helping Dragapult out by giving them mulligan hands. You know, I think what this deck would like is just someone to poison. Like, imagine. Oh wow, this is worst case scenario because you can't accelerate to the Ho-Oh. It has to be on the bench. Hydrapple is the best stage 2 grass type EX. Hydrapple is the best stage 2 grass type EX until Beedrill comes out in Chaos Rising. Screw our Balava, Mega Meganium, Mega Venusaur. Hydrapple's #1, baby. All right, but yeah, this is going to be a loss. You ever notice how whenever I face Dragapult, I always have the most unplayable hands you've ever seen? And then against the decks, yeah, Mega Venusaur's trash. Trash, bro. Like, if I could have just started any basic, doesn't matter which basic, give me any basic, I win this game. Cool. Yeah, we're just gonna attach and lose this game. Who's excited to lose this game? Press 1 if you're excited to lose the game. Okay, we got, okay. All right, you can calm down there, Proto Baggins. I am not excited for the new Lord of the Rings movie, by the way. They're just trying to milk it like it's a cow. Can I get a basic? This would have been a great starting hand if I had any other basic in the active and Ho-Oh on the bench. If I just had, like, to land it, yeah, the search for Gollum. The search for Gollum. Oh, that's going to be great. There we go. We got lilies. All right, so we can attach to the Ho-Oh. Are you freaking kidding me with the second Ho-Oh here? Now you're actively trolling me. Okay, so let's go. I guess I get Moralo, so land it. And I know we're probably going to lose this game, but you never thought about what if we didn't. That's where you lack the thinking of a master baiter such as myself. All right, I mean, we know for a fact they're not going to Badoo me. They're not going to mountain Badoo me because they can't. Hopefully they don't have an energy in the discard pile. They do not. That's good. Dragapult always has it. Yep, they just top deck the Dracloak. And then they're going to get, yep, Blaziken. They're going to have a Naveen for no reason. But we'll be fine. We will be totally fine. That Pheasantipity isn't going anywhere. The Pheasantipity is stuck. Stuck like my stepsister in the baby swing set at the, oh no, no, scratch that. Washing machine. Obviously washing machine. Okay, we're fine. That's pretty good. I mean, we are kind of in the game right now because we're facing a Dragapult deck that only slightly has everything. Wait, no, we want Shiinotic. We want to get Shiinotic with Shiinotic. Actually, no, we want to get the Pecharunt. I think it's just Pecharunt and hope they don't got it like that. Pecharunt, hope they don't got it like that, and hope I do got it like that. Like a dudong. I did not get it like that, but we did get the Shiinotic. So in this situation, is this just another item lock? Because, no, because if they just attach an energy to Fez, they can re-accelerate it with Blaziken. But they can't knock anybody out on my bench. So I think that's good. They can't knock out anybody on my bench, so I guess I just let them if they want to do that, right? Because I can, if they knock out the Badoo, I can promote the Shiinotic, I can put their Dragapult to sleep, I can Air Balloon the Shiinotic, retreat into the Salazzle, and then just hope. And then, of course, they had the, but I mean, with triple Dracloak, they're going to get everything. Holt is a 2-turn kill with Pecharunt. If I promote the Pecharunt, it is. The issue, of course, is that my butt is about to get sucked, and I have not had any prep time. But they're about to taste my wrath of an unfair stamp. Oh, yeah. Let's see what you think about an unfair stamp. Yeah, you can have all the energy. I mean, they have double Dracloak now and Dragapult. So what they need to do is just attach to... They needed to attach a Psychic. So it looks like they're just going to Jet Headbutt. Oh, that's great. So they needed to attach a Psychic. They probably are going to attach it to the Blaziken. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. I still think I stick with my strategy of... I don't know why. I mean, I put the Grass Energy in the deck because this way you can attack with Shiinotic. It does hit for a Grass weakness. It can do 6,000. Really? Really? Seriously? You're going to do that to me now? Last turn, we could have won the game if you just showed up one turn earlier. Would have been so cool of you. Would have been real swellow of you, huh? Would have been real swellow of you. Get it? Because there's a Pokemon called Swell. All right, we do unfair stamp. Okay. Yeah, we got to go for a Salandit for sure here. I could also go for Turtonator. But, like, we're very low on balloons right now. My balls are almost empty, and that's not a good sign. All right, Calming Light. If they stay asleep, the game is over. Right? If they can't retreat this Dragapult, I believe the game is over. I'm going to be very thin on energy and balloons here. So I have to be very careful. Like, I know for a fact it's going to... Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, the flip was for the burn. Oh, that's amazing. I thought the flip was for the sleep. Okay, so they're still asleep. This is great. And unfortunately, I do have to... Oh, no. They're going to be able to activate the Fezandipity. I have Surfer, which is good. So this is kind of bad, but I mean, they've already gotten themselves out of it. You know, I stamped them to 2 and they got a Lilies. So I can't really be surprised when they just get it all like that. But this could very well be a winnable game here. I just wish I had Perilous Jungle. I just wish I had Perilous Jungle. Oh no, I'm just a little boy lost in the perilous... Ah, crap. I'm just a wee little boy lost in the perilous jungle. I hope nothing bad happens to me. Ooh, I hope if I bend down to pick up this 4-leaf clover, nothing bad happens. All right, so... I mean, do I really want to waste the Surfer here? Not really. Yeah, I think I've used... Yeah, every time I've used Stamp, they've got no Lilies. That's PDCGL for you. All right, so let's Surfer just in case. I think just in case I do get Perilous Jungle. You can suck my butt clean. All right. So then, yeah, we'll go Retreat. I have to go into Salazzle. Diarrhea nails. And in this situation, we promote the Sylveon. Okay, so the thing that I was trying to avoid. So why was I digging so hard for Perilous Jungle? God, I hate this game so much. I unfair stamp everyone into lilies. Okay, but Perilous Jungle, I was 20 damage short of knocking out the Dragapult through status conditions, which would have negated Phesandipity's ability. So Perilous Jungle would have been... No, because it was at 240. It was at 240, so the Dragapult would have been at 300 damage. So I would have been 20 short. Guess how much damage Perilous Jungle would have added? You'll never guess how much extra damage the Perilous Jungle would have... Do you see what how deck building works? You know, you can build the best deck you've ever thought of, but then the prizing mechanic just says, nah. Okay, I spent hours building this deck, testing it. It's the perfect 60 cards. I'm ready for every matchup. Prize card mechanic, nah, bro. Your 6 best cards for this matchup? All prize, bro. Sorry, bro. All right, the Monkey Dory is not good. But if they have no energy in the discard pile, I can bring up the Blaziken. All right. Okay. So the Pecharunt is getting knocked out, but they can't do anything to my Sylveon. But they have an 11-card hand, and I don't play Xerosic. And they also have Monkey Dory, and they're going to be able to retreat and bounce between Dragapult the entire game. So we have to hope the sleep sticks. That is our prerogative here. As Britney Spears always says, that is my pierogi. Why are you eating it? I was saving it for later. All right, so they're going to knock out the Pecharunt. The Monkey Dory is a huge problem, but don't forget, I have access to Ho-Ho. I can maybe Ho-Oh at some point. Probably not, but maybe. All right, there's a Lilies. That's fine. I think it's just switch into the Shiinotic. Perilous Jungle. I mean, the only way I'm winning this game is if I'm a little bit risky at some point. Like, I have to risk it at some point to get the biscuit, and I think this is as good a time as any. But then the Monkey Dory messes up the math, of course. So let's go Lilies. And there's energy switch bosses. Ooh, I can put 2 energy on the Ho-Oh. Oh, I almost accidentally went into the Pecharunt. I almost pulled the pilot. Almost pulled the pilot there. All right, so Pecharunt goes in the active. The Monkey Dory messes everything up. But if they stay burned and sleep... Okay, that's not the one we care about. We want Tails on the sleep. So that's for burn. This is for sleep. We want them to stay asleep. Yes! Oh my god, the Shiinotic? You are the goat of this deck, Shiinotic. I would let your fingers do anything they want to me. Mr. Burns in the Force in the X-Files episode, that's who they based Shiinotic on. Just like how they based Gumshoes on Trump. They based this on Mr. Burns from the X-Files episode of The Simpsons. You can put your fingers wherever you want, Shiinotic. Pretend I'm a phone screen, finger me all over. All right. So, yeah, what they don't realize is that Ho-Oh heals 50 damage from each of your Pokemon. So I'm kind of banking on them... What the hell? I'm kind of banking on them doing all the things. Even tickle you? Nah, the tickling's the best part. Why do you think I never wear socks? Okay, so and they stayed burned. So I can literally do nothing and be fine. So they're not asleep. So I can retreat. I can retreat into the Sylveon, which I think is what I'm going to do here. I think I retreat into the Sylveon. Judge. Because they're still going to take 5, right? They're going to take exactly 5 because the burn never went away. It never goes away. And now you've become a part of me. So they're going to take exactly 5. No Fez for you. Sylveon up front. Judge. Judge, yes. We're going to save some of the other pieces for later just in case. There's another Perilous Jungle. Yeah, I guess it's just an end turn. So this essentially forces them to either bosses or attack with the Monkey Dory, and probably they're going to attack with the Monkey Dory. But this is so cool because remember, they got rid of all their Drakloak because they evolved. They don't realize that Pheasantipity doesn't work. Because remember, Pheasantipity specifically states, okay, thank you. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out, okay, all right, were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, Pokemon Checkup is between turns. So there you go. Not during your opponent's last turn. Yeah, the Monkey Dory is very annoying, but I still have Shining Fingers. That's actually the perfect combo. Shining Fingers with Shiinotic. My fingers are so shiny. You don't want to know where they've been. All right. They're going to confuse my Sylveon. The question is, what do I do? Because the Monkey Dory is going to get knocked out between turns, so I think I just thin the deck to get to a bosses. I think that's all I do. I just thin the deck as much as possible. Every single card that I can play, I am playing. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Just every card I can get rid of, I'm going to get rid of right now. This and this. And you're probably wondering, why am I not getting rid of the Buddy Buddy Puffin? Because I can thin the Buddy Buddy Puffin out of my deck a lot easier than anything else. Because I don't want to bench a Salandit. I don't want to bench a thing. I can fail the Puffin. And that was okay, we just need this and we win. So let's go Hard Retreat, Salazzle, and then Diarrhea Nails. Now here's the question. Now here's the wrinkle in the plan here. What the hell do I do? If I go into Sylveon, they can't knock it out. I kind of want them to knock it out. So I think I honestly go into Shiinotic. I think I go into Shiinotic because this will clear the board. I will be able to, you know, if they judge me or stamp me, because I don't think we've seen the A-Spec. Oh my goodness, we have double bosses. Yeah, we haven't seen their A-Spec, so I'm setting myself up for the best possible judge stamp protection. Because there's no way they can take a 4-prize turn. Oh god. They are 1 damage counter away from taking a 4-prize turn. That was crazy. So if anyone had been damaged, what they could have done is put 30 on the Sylveon. So if this had 90 on it, they could have knocked out the Sylveon. Oh no, they couldn't. Okay, good. My math skills are great. Oh yeah, they can't stamp me. I'm the best Salazzle player in the world. All right, so this was all part of my plan, and I just won the game, right? Because I can knock out anybody. I am the best Salazzle. How is this deck so good? I do not understand. Like, I know it's probably because people aren't used to playing against this, but I have done randomly well with this. How is Salazzle goated? I have beaten off everybody. This is not like a janky drag. This is a tier 1. This is the Dragapult deck. This is the Dragapult deck you will see at a tournament if you play IRL and you want to just smell all those bare feet in the summer cooking in the room where the air conditioning's off. If you ever go to a tournament and the air conditioning's turned off, that was me. Yeah, how is Salazzle this good? Apparently you should play it because no one's got boss's orders and you can stop Pheasantipity, you can stop Unfair Stamp. This gives me diarrhea. How the hell did I win that game? And with the Shiinotic build, all right, we'll play the Crispin build last. That was Proto. So it's Dragapult. Start at 1910. All right, so I think, honestly, none of the Starmie games are going to be shown. So I'm leaving myself notes. Maybe the Starmie games get cut. Maybe the Ogerpon game gets cut. I don't understand how I'm this good. Like, this is a math-intensive deck, and I'm winning with it? All right, so this will be the last game of the stream. So it's guaranteed. We'll play the Crispin build, so I will get this up tomorrow. I don't feel like uploading it tonight. I'm too lazy. But I can... And this is going to determine... Somebody did vote for 12+ wins. Somebody voted for 12+ wins. But yeah, so I was trying to mention about private knowledge and public knowledge. So remember, your discard pile is public knowledge. So if there's something you have to do, then you have to, yeah, I'm going to try. For you kilometers, I'm going to try, but PDCGL is the ultimate ball handler here. Jade isn't. PDCGL is. So your discard pile is public knowledge. So if there's something you have to do, you have to do it. The difference with something like Buddy Buddy Puffin and failing it is your deck is private knowledge. So you could have nothing in. Oh, God. Okay, kilometers, I got bad news. We're not pulling it out twice. You know, we got lucky the first time. We can't pull it out twice. Trust me, I've tried. All right, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. So let's go. Oh, crap. All right, let's go. Yeah, I think I have to do it this way. Then we have to go retreat, Tatsugiri, Hokapad for Badoo. And then let's attract some customers. You are the worst card ever printed. You are absolutely the worst card. All right, let's just end turn. What are they going to do? Judge me? You always got to trust your pilot. But yeah, PB and GC. This is going to decide who gets the channel points between you and Kilometers. And Zeus as well. Yeah, so your discard pile, public knowledge. Your deck is private knowledge. They don't know if you have anything to get with Puffin, so that's why you can fail Puffin or Ultra Ball, is because you might have one card left in your deck, but they don't know what it is. Oh, hello. I could have won this freaking game. Why the hell do I have fighting energy? All right. Please don't suck. I asked you to do one thing. I asked you to not suck. How is that difficult? How is, hey, buddy, don't suck. And then what do you immediately do? What did you do immediately? What did you do immediately when I said don't suck? You sucked. Yeah, sorry. This is the Crispin build. So there's Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon, there's Monkey Dory, there's just a bunch of different attackers and stuff. So yeah, the fighting, thank you. The fighting is for Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon just as a safety precaution. Ooh, hello. Hello there. Hello there. All right. Yeah? Are they going to come and get me? Oh, they're going to mumble. They're going to try to mumble for KO. That's going to be amazing. All right, let's Lilies. We got multiple jungles. It's like a forest down there. All right, let's Itchy Pollen. Am I going to win this game? Miles, am I going to win this game for you? You know, your morale list should be at an all-time high if I win this game, Miles. Get it? Get it? Your morale list should be at an all-time high. Eh? You like that one? That was pretty good. I like that one. That was pretty good. All right, let's just dye your nails. I think if you're not subbed and you just heard that joke, you should absolutely sub now because your life has absolutely changed. You're just like, you know, every day, my life can be put into two different segments. Up until April 3rd, 2026, and post April 4th, 2026, when Trust Your Pilot told that amazing joke. And I can only imagine that the reason people aren't typing and using emotes about LOL is that they're too busy rolling on the floor laughing. And hey, Bertram, are you secretly Clam Burglar's alt with that? Okay, what the hell is this? What the hell is this crap? I think we're facing a Dragapult deck, then out of nowhere, it's a stupid... All right, well, I mean, I do have double Monkey Dory, so that's actually really good. So I think I win. Obviously, you know, we have Pecharunt. We'll go into Pecharunt. They had to butt my head. And I'm totally okay doing nothing here. Because what? They're going to have... I don't even think I want to use Unfair Stamp. Yeah, I just want to go, like, Pecharunt down, Monkey Dory, Energy... Probably Lilies, because I want them to have like a 20-card hand before I do anything. Right, there's Battle Cage. I don't want that. Yeah, let's attract some customers. I'm not quite sure how I want this to go down. But they see the judge. And I'm the executioner too. They see the judge, the jury, and I'm the sexecutioner. Yeah. That's what Mistress Paddle. That's what I call Mistress Paddlebottom. All right. And the burn healed, but that's fine. What are you, Blaine? Because wait, no, Blaine's the one that tells you need burn heals. All right, we got this one. We totally got this one. Clam boy, clam burglar. He burgles your clams. You know, this is why I only have a 5% female viewership, because someone here never mind. That's immature. I'm a mature person. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Because they can't knock out my Pecharunt because they don't have a Monkey Dory. If they get a baby Frostlass, they could, but I think this is Mega Frostlass. If I had to guess, this is Dragapult with Mega Frostlass. But they're in a really tough spot because if they Jet Headbutt my Pecharunt, I just knock out their Duskull. Well, they did the thing they weren't supposed to do. And now I win the game. This was way too easy. This was way too easy. It's like I'm really good at Pokemon cards or something. I'm going 12 and 5 with Salazzle on Why did the Dragapult have an animation there? All right, let's go Pokepad for Salandit. And then, yeah, you can go there. I think we want to get rid of the Battle Cage because we don't need it. Get rid of Battle Cage and Moltres. Go for Salazzle. And then just end turn because we can do nothing and still win at Pokemon cards. Not in my wildest dreams did I think we were going to win 12 games with Salazzle. Unless we got like 100 This could have been a bad game. Unless we got like 100 disconnects, I did not think there was a world where we won 12 games. We won 12 games with Salazzle, and I only had to pay off half of my opponents. Isn't that crazy? All right. Yeah, and the really cool thing is if they have bosses, I probably lose the game. If they have bosses, I probably lose the game. And there's a Zerosic. Okay, well, that's totally fine. I just go boom, boom, boom. Judge, that's fine. Yeah, I bet they weren't expecting me to... I bet they weren't expecting that. They're just like, wait, did you just do all of that quickly? You're supposed to suffer. Zerosic is supposed to make you suffer. Not make you a happy camper. All right, well, I have Totsadiri. Is this the one time Totsadiri is actually going to help us out of a thickle pickle here? All right, so you can go down. I'm going to go for... Oh, yeah, we get the Salazzle, I guess. Get the Salazzle. I will Crispin. Do I want to Crispin? Sure, let's Crispin. Let's just get everybody set up. There's the fighting. We'll get the fighting just so I can accelerate the fire. All right, and then I guess this goes here. Snipe with Fez. Hey, that's definitely an option. And then I will retreat. It'd be a real shaman if I only had one card in my hand, wouldn't it? It'd be a real shaman if I only had one card in my hand. Oh man, it would be so terrible for me if I only had one card in my hand with your big scary Mega Frostlass in the active. I'd be so concerned with that scary Mega Frostlass that can do so much damage. Yeah, I mean the Fez, I can still Fez. I don't think I can Crispin because I'm out of Darkness and Fire and all that, but if they retreat and attack with Dragapult, I win. If they attack if they do anything, I think I win if they do anything. The only thing they can really do is like Badoo. Or no, they can attack with your Cloak and knock out the Totsadiri with your Cloak. But that doesn't seem good for them because then they go to odd prizes and they have to take 2 KOs. And I would knock out their Cloak and I'm just the bosses away from winning. So this is going to be a 12 wins. I am guaranteeing a win. I like how you can't see the Salvatore because the Dragapult covers it. So yeah, Salvatore, It's so funny how this is a playable card now. Are they going to jet headbutt? All right. So Salvatore just lets you evolve right away. But it has to be somebody without an ability. All right, well, you have to retreat. And I am totally willing to draw a million cards here. So I'll attach to you. I'm willing to draw all of the cards. For Frostlass. It's not there for Dragapult, it's there for Frostlass. It just so happens that it works out that way. All right, well, let's flip the script. There's a Petron. That's exactly what I wanted. And oh no, I can just boss. Yeah, I just boss this for game. Oh my goodness. I just beat Dragapult back to back. How is this deck so good? And I've been kind of slacking off when it comes to uploading the VODs. I'm going to try to upload the VODs tomorrow. Because, you know, I like to wait about 2 weeks before I put them on the VODs channel, but I just also haven't had time. I've been so busy editing the videos. I won 12 games. I went 12-5. "12 and 5 with Salazzle." That was nutso. And we're going to hit level 100 either on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm leaning towards Crustle on Monday, but like, we'll see, you know? I have a day. You can try to convince me on the Discord. Just write the message on the bottom of your feet and maybe I'll take it into account. And yeah, we're over 1,500. 1518. All right, so is the main channel still streaming? I assume it is. Pokemon. I guess I just type in Pokemon. Pokemon TCG. All right, there's 1,000 viewers. So everyone just spam one. Well, don't spam. Just politely use one of my emotes. Okay, politely use one of my emotes just so people know that you're from here. And just like use the salute emote. Just be nice. Don't get banned. This is previous format. Just be nice. We want people to come over here and follow me. Pretend like they're Ashley and I'm Leon. We want them to follow me. So I'm trusting all of you to represent this community properly. And I know you won't embarrass me on the world stage. There's over 1,000 people watching. I know you won't embarrass me. I can trust you, especially the mods. You will represent me perfectly.